and also recommendations for what the student should learn next. So that kind of penetration is basically happening with the help of AI. And AI is also used as an instructional assistance that can help to explain the difficult concept to the students very clearly with a lot of examples. And AI based feedback systems is also in line, which can offer constructive critics on students' writing. So the recognition technologies basically support to identify the students' letters, and it even identifies who the student is, and accordingly it provides a lot of suggestions. And AI also supports in adaptive learning, where AI model supports customized learning for students. It clearly indicates what kind of input is basically needed for the student based on their caliber, as it is evaluated by artificial intelligence. AI also supports as teaching assistants, which takes care of administrative tasks that allows teachers to invest more time with their students. So this is a wonderful advantage of AI. And basically, there is a threat people saying that soon the teachers may be replaced by humanoid robots. There may be a possibility, but always teachers cannot be replaced by anyone. So therefore, AI can be an assistant. AI can be supportive in creative, wonderful pedagogical methods or support to teaching faculties and for the students for their enriching their knowledge. Hope this FDP is going to provide a beautiful input for all the faculty members. Those are in line with this program, and there will be a good takeaway. And I once again congratulate the AIDS department for organizing such a beautiful program for the faculty members. Thank you, one and all, for providing beautiful opportunity to address this August gathering. Thank you. Please continue. All the very best for this program. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir,
sir.
for the enlightening words, which gives us extra boost to carry out the program. Thank you, sir. Now I request our beloved HOD, Dr. S. Padmapriya, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department is headed by her, to give the welcome address. Please, ma'am.
Good evening. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Dear professors, on behalf of Velamal Institute of Technology and the Department of AIDS, it's my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to everyone gathered here today for this faculty development program on a responsible AI approach to modern pedagogical methods in education and research. This program aims to foster a culture of continuous learning, professional development, and innovation among our esteemed faculty members. We are honored to be here in the presence of such a diverse and distinguished group of educators, researchers, and industry experts. Your dedication to advancing knowledge, mentoring students, and contributing to the academic community is truly commendable. The faculty development program is designed to equip you with the AI approach to modern pedagogical tools, teaching methodologies, and research advancements. Our goal is to enhance your teaching skills, promote collaborative learning, and encourage innovative practices in education. Throughout this program, you will have an opportunity to explore the latest advancement in AI-driven pedagogical methods, understand the ethical implications and responsible use of AI in education, engage in thought-provoking discussions and interactive activities, collaborate with the like-minded professionals who are passionate about innovation in education. We believe that this FDP will not only broaden your horizons, but also inspire to implement new strategies in your classrooms and research endeavors. I would like to extend my heartiest gratitude to our chairman, sir, Sri M.V. Muthuramalingam, our dynamic director, Sri M.V. Sasikumar, sir, our advisors, Sri Razak, sir, and Vasu, sir. And I also express my gratitude to our principal, Dr. N. Balaji, and Vice Principal, Dr. Soundararajan, who has been our driving force for this event. Our esteemed speakers and all the participants for the invaluable contributions to make this event a success. And also, I extend my gratitude to our faculty members. Without them, this event is impossible. Your commitment to excellence in education is what drives us forward. Welcome you all once again for the 5 days FDP program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, shall we start with the session, ma'am?
Yeah, we can start with the session.
Okay. Today's resource person and the first speaker of 5 days online FDP program, Dr. Karthikeyan Saminathan. Let me introduce the chief guest with his brief note. Dr. Karthikeyan Swaminathan is a renowned expert in the fields of artificial intelligence and data science, having 15 plus years of experience in industry, academia, research, skilling, and innovation. Currently, he is working as an assistant vice president and global head AI, analytics, and cybersecurity at Blue Chip Cybertech Services Private Limited, Bangalore. He is a founder, CEO, and head AI for AI Quantalytics Cyber Labs Private Limited. His research interests revolve around AI, data analytics, and cybersecurity. He has published 12 patents, 15 plus book chapters, one quantum ML book, 25 plus flagship international conferences, and 60 plus paper in Scopus and ACI index journals. He is doing prestigious role in NASCOM, Future Skills, Prime Brand Ambassador, Government of India. He is a certified master trainer for NASCOM AI Data Quantalytics and recently has recognized as Cyber Ambassador by Cyber Safe India for the year 24-25 in the Tamil Nadu region. He is Certified Cybersecurity Intervention Officer by CyberSafe India for finance and banking, IT cyber, digital security, and protection for industries. His notable achievements have been recognized through numerous 12 plus industry, academic, and research awards in India. Also, he is a strategic advisor to various companies in India. So far, he has delivered 150 plus technical talks in various academic and research forums in emerging technologies. He is one of the IEEE senior member in IEEE Madras section. Also, a well-known programming coach for AICTE Smart India Hackathon, Juniors SIH, ACM, Imagine Cup, Google Solution Cup. We are happy to have him here as the resource person for the day one and session one. Welcome you, sir, for the session. Let me
Uh,
hand over the session to you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. So, can I share my screen?
One second. Participants, you're able to view the screen.
Can you all
Yes,
hear
Sudha.
me?
Viewing. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
sir. We are hearing. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Here,
I see.
Ma, I request all the participants to mute your mic, please.
கூப்பிடுறாங்க ஒன்றும் இல்லை
Deepika, ma'am.
A small request to all the participants, please mute your mic, please. So we are not able to hear.
Sir, you're not audible, sir.
You're not audible, sir.
Unmute,
Okay,
sir.
sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. So first of all, I would like to thank Principal and Vice Principal and Padma Priya ma'am and Vidya and Sudha for the great invitation. Also, I would like to thank the Velamal Institute of Technology for this wonderful invitation in this August gathering. So, I think you people have come across various AI tools, right? So, in this era, after this AI kicked in by this open AI community, you come across lot of AI tools, but all the AI tools are not belongs to responsible AI, but few tools are belongs to responsible AI. So, what is the difference? So everything, so we are going to discuss in this 1.5 hour seminar. I brought almost 30 to 40 different tools, how you can use such tools in your academia and research and your classroom engagements, right? So you can try any one or two tools in your regular life, so regular day to day, your work culture and your personals or something like that, so that so you can be able to travel along with the technology. So this Gartner, as you all know, he is the one of the top four in the world. So their company is top four in the 2024 by Fortune rating, right? So we always used to refer this Gartner Impact Radar, right? So this Gartner Impact Radar says what are the technologies going to be rule the world for the next 8 years. So if you see this radar, this especially is with respect to AI radar. Okay, so there are a number of radar. Security is a different technology, manufacturing, AEC industry, IT. So it's a different technology. This with respect to the AI technology, if you see here, the center circle is zero current year, 0 to 1 year. So we are in now in generative AI and knowledge graphs and partially Gen AI with virtual assistants. The current year and the next year is going to be completely in the responsible AI. Yes, we are in the responsible AI era. Then intelligent applications, human centered AI, AI chips manufacturing, multi-model UAS, digital twins. These are is going to be the trending topic or our tech buzzwords in the next 1 to 3 years. So this is what you can see. The third circle is completely third year to sixth year. So you'll see smart spaces, UAV, synthetic data, privacy and enhancing technologies, decentralized identity. Then your behavioral analytics is one of the buzzword, private 5G. So these are all, this is going to become the third year to sixth year. Then sixth to eighth year, so you will see spatial computing. So with the extension of your quantum computing, then vector databases. Now everything is a vectorized. So AI avatars, metaverse, right? So these are all is going to become the buzzwords in this era, right? So this entire quarter, so quarter one, we divided it as a smart word, critical enablers, privacy and transparency, and productivity and revolutions. So this is what the Gartner report says. When you are travel along with this technology, then we are the safe, right? So now we are in the right track. So we are in the responsible AI era, right? Next is going to become a artificial intelligence, artificial super intelligence, then artificial general intelligence, right? So these are going to be the next era. This 1.5 hour sessions, I'll be talking about responsible AI. What is a responsible AI? So I used to call the same AI word, so everywhere, so not RAA. Then key principles, what are the different examples, how this RAA matters in as per the current trend. Next, how this responsible AI is used in education, curriculum finding, classroom engagement, your research and ICT tools and everything everywhere. Also, I would like to take a few, show a few demos on Google AI Studio, DeepSeek, Notebook LM, and Coursera for Campus is a wonderful your responsible AI platform, right? What do you mean by responsible AI? Responsible AI is all about it is just an extension of your AI. So it means it refers to the development and deployment of any AI system. When you try to implement any AI system or AI model, that are to be ethical. So that is the first keyword you should not forget. So whatever the AI model you develop, that always follow ethical. Then also it should be a transparent, then accountable, then aligned with the societal values. So when your AI model operates on fairly and respect the users on user privacy and comply with the regulations is very, very must. All the AI tools were never follow these parameters. They are not ethical. They are not transparent. Also, they never follow privacy. Then always people will tools will reveal the privacy informations to others. Right? Such tools are not AI responsible tools. Any tool become a responsible AI tool, but when follows this condition, it should be ethical, followed proper ethical values, transparency, then accountability should be there to the corresponding author, then they aligned with the societal value. Also, it should have some privacy and regulation and standard compliance, right? So this responsible AI, this is the simple meaning of this RAA. So throughout this FDP, you can follow it up. So there are certain key principles. What are the key concepts which emphasize this AI system must be? One is fairness. Then second one is a transparency. Then accountability. Then security, privacy, and also followed with the governance and regulations and standards. These are the main key principles of this responsible AI. What do you mean by fairness? AI must not discriminate against individuals or group. Then you can say your tools is a fairness enabled, your fairness supportive. Next one is explainability. What do you mean by explainability? The decisions made by AI should be interpretable and understandable. So simply blindly we cannot accept. Even we can go for the decision. There are a lot of debates are happening on few topics which is decided by OpenAI. So everywhere is happening, right? Similarly, whatever the AI is given, right, it should be interpretable at the same time. It should be understandable and acceptable by everybody. Then you can say this explainability features are there. Then accountability, organization should be accountable for AI outcomes and potential risk. So every organization who uses AI tool, they are the accountable, they are the responsible for all the potential risk. So accountability should be satisfied. Then privacy and security meaning, so AI must protect user data. It should not reveal or sell or leak or use anywhere without the knowledge of the corresponding the owner. Also, it should prevent the unauthorized access. So any AI mechanism should support the privacy and security, right? It should protect the data. Then final key principles are robustness. Robustness meaning there should not be errors. AI system must be resilient to errors and adversarial manipulations. It should be error free, simply if you say. So these are the 5 key principles of your responsible AI. One is a fairness. I repeat, fairness is meaning. So there should not be any discriminate against individuals. There should not be different answers for the individual prompting and other group prompting. Explainability meaning whatever the answer is generated by AI, it should be interpretable. At the same time, it should be understandable. Accountability meaning the entire organization should be held responsible for the AI outcomes. Privacy and security meaning AI model or a system, it should be protect the complete user data. Robustness meaning it should be error free. So this is how this principles of your responsible AI, that is what I mentioned here. So this where are we using this responsible AI? Simply in a normal day-to-day life, so we may not use this responsible AI, but when you go with an organization or industry, academic institution, financial institution, AEC industries, right? Where there we will be using responsible AI. AI should be held responsible for its outcome. So we will use only responsible AI, not general AI, right? First one is in healthcare. In healthcare, what are we using? How we are using? So we'll be using a model, AI model, which predict the disease diagnostics, right? So also we are doing a current project, so Indo-US project now. So we are building a common LLM which predict all the diseases in the world. It is a general LLM for the 2 crores model budget we have submitted for Indo-US funding projects, right? So meaning, so now all the AI models, in a long back in a traditional system, people will be standing for an hour to take a XRA, MRI, X-ray scan, right? So all these things now, so simple KISOC, your normal device. So it is doing in every primary health center, they kept some KISOC machines. It detects if you keep 1 drop of blood, it immediately tells you the result. So in north, in airport also they have started fixing in Mumbai. So set of kiosk AI vending machines is does all these things, right? So similarly, all such machines, all such vending machines are held responsible for its results. Meaning all those machines are responsible AI machines or AI models. And a AI model predicts a disease and diagnostics, right? So what does it mean? AI there, responsible AI there. Meaning whatever the system gives the results are fair outcomes for the diverse population or different ethnicities or age groups are offering explainable prediction for the doctors, then you can say that results that machine is held responsible for RAI. Example tool you can use Google Model Cards is one of the current tools. So they are using for the documentation details, intended use cases and limitations are also mentioned. Complete history, patient history is maintained by this Google Model Cards at the back end from the kiosk machine. So similarly, second one is AI credit scoring. Credit scoring in a banking also people have started using RAI. For example, for loan approval, credit scores completely it is responsible AI. For example, whether we need to give the loan or not, right? Previously paisarbazaar.com it is enabled with AI, so now it does all these things. It start calculating your credit score, then CIBIL score, then it start predicting whether the candidate is a risk or not, the candidate profile is a risk or not. This such things completely calculated by your responsible AI model. Meaning it start deducting. This is because simply we are working on banking sector, we do what we do. So the model, ML model, AI model will start capturing your complete history when you keep your Aadhaar card number in the any site, the CIBIL score calculation site. It's to keep tracking. Then after keep tracking, start calculating your CIBIL score, then your credit score, then whatever the your credit card, debit card, what is your income, what is your cost of living cost, in which city you are there, then whether your signed guaranteed sign is there or not, any check bounce, any EMI bounce, it will calculate everything. Then based on that, it will start giving the rating. That is a credit score. So based on the credit score, the model will give you whether the candidate profile is a risk or not. If it is a risk free, then the people will give you loan. If the profile is risky, then they'll be asking you for a set of suggestions or justification or any proof, then followed by the loan sanction, right? So this is what will be. There are a lot of tools which are running behind, but we may not know. But everything it is like in terms of plugins, cookies, and APIs, right? Then example, you can use IBM AI Fairness 360. This is one of the famous tool. You can ask your students to explore this tool to detect people are doing or implementing banking projects. You can ask them to explore IBM AI Fairness 360 and ask them to detect and mitigate the bias in AI credit scoring model. So this is the complete AI model, this is which is for free. Then shape shape is another tool for the credit scoring calculation. So you can note down all the tools. You can ask your students to do the presentations, right? So ask them to do presentation, a team of two people, let them explore each tools so that everybody will come to know what are the number of tools are available. Ask them to understand based on their perspective, ask them to make a presentation how this tool can be used for academic purpose. Then AI in recruitment. So this is we developed for Reliance company, Reliance Industries Mumbai. So they used to get bulk CVs for, mainly they are into constructions, right? So construction industries. So they used to build a building, continuous buildings. Also they used to get a lot of employee CVs. So 10,000, 20,000 CVs have started coming. They need one of the NLP based ATS tracker. So we developed it. So this completely what we do, this evaluates a resume for hiring, right? So simply we will give input as the resumes storage as the input. Then we will give the set of skill sets as an input. Then automatically our AI model will start predicting uh, shortlisting the CVs. So for example, I am uploading 1,000 CVs. I want to search the CVs which are matching with AI or in NumPy, Pandas, Matplot, Cban. So whomsoever mentioned this skill sets in their CV, automatically this ATS tracker will shortlist such CVs and it will fetch you to your dashboard. So then HRs then easily they can go and start calling. So telecalling automatically, automatic telesuits are integrated. So it's we can completely develop a CRM. So automatically it goes. So then they'll keep tracking, right? So this is also we have implemented with fairness our algorithm to in this AI recruitment dashboard. Then the fourth one is AI in fraud detection. So fraudulent detection, fraudulent transactions in the bank. There also they have started using AI tools, right? So there, so what is the purpose of responsible AI? Because this systems, it will calculate, it will gives the accurate results. It never gives the false positives, right? So such cases we will use the responsible AI, right? You can use h2o.ai is one of the famous tool so for the AI fraud detections. Then AI in autonomous vehicle system. So as one of the world top vendors in the industries, as you know, Tesla and Waymo. So they are also started using. So this self-driving car is the best example. Self-driving cars is the complete 200% responsible AI system. So it is the held responsible for safety, it ensuring the safety, accountability, and all the decision makings which are made by the AI machines, right? So that is the best example for our responsible AI model mission. Then content moderation also there are a lot of social media platform uses AI to flag the harmful and inappropriate content. Now if you want to report somebody from Instagram, Facebook, there also RAI, it will start calculating the accuracy, then it start preventing, it stops all these harmful things from the user perspective. So so these are the various area where your responsible AI is being used. So these are the famous tools as I talking about. One is IBM AI Fairness 360. Then Microsoft Fairlearn is also one of the tool to evaluate the fairness. Meaning your students might be working with the projects, they'll be calculating all the value, precision, recall, fairness, sensitivity, specificity, right? So you ask them to calculate, you ask them how do you calculate your fairness value for your ML model what you developed. So ask them to use Microsoft Fairness or IBM Fairness 360, and then ask them to justify how their fairness value is being calculated. Then Lime is the local interpretable model, so which mainly used for explainable AI for decisions. So EA. Then Shape, so Shapely additive explanations. This is also one of the feature extraction tool for explaining AI decision. These are used in advanced level. Then model cards, as I said, so simply you can do the transparent documentation of AI models. Even if you when you try to implement with your product development, you can integrate with the GM cards. So it keep tracks your documentations. These are all some responsible AI tools. Why this AI tool matters? One is it prevents the bias, meaning it reduces the unfair and discriminatory outcomes. The second one enhances trust, meaning it builds confidence among users and stakeholders. Then ensuring compliance. As I am into completing the banking and finance, so we follow set of AI precautions, right? We completely use responsible AI tools for GDPR and DPDP. There are set of there are set of standard protocols. There are set of security audits for the banking. So where we use GDPR, so HIPAA is for healthcare, GDPR for your normal IT industries, DPDP. So these are set of governing audits, regulatory bodies. So we use set of AI tools for all these things, right? So how to secure and protect your whole organization's employee data, then which is nothing but GDPR compliance covers. Then GPDP compliance covers about how to protect humans individuals private data. If you want to cover organization data, you should follow GDPR policy. If you want the employees individual data, like we might have Digi Yatra app, DigiLocker app, Parivahan app. Parivahan, we used to store our like driving license, all our things. Digital locker, we can store all your mark sheets and everything. Digiyatra, you can store your tickets and everything, right? So somehow you can store your data in all these digital platforms. There, such tools, it should follow the DPDP compliances. All these tools are responsible AI applications because it follows set of compliance and standards. That is what we are trying to mean, right? So also protects privacy meaning it prevents misuse of sensitive data. So whenever you install such application, you see their privacy concerns. You will see all these things. They might mention application used responsible AI for the security and privacy and promotes the safety kind of things. I nowadays, after entering into the sector, I used to read all the privacy concerns when you install and agreements when you install in the mobile application, right? So yesterday government, I mean the last week, the government also uh, uh, declared or I mean promoted the tool called, I think that what is that, Sanchar Sati. Sanchar Sati also is one of the application, right? When your mobile is missed out or it is stolen or any cyber crime, any victim, something, you can go there and claim it. You will get it back within the 48 hours. All these are responsible AI tools. When I read such things, I can able to predict, right? So in a summary, why this responsible AI matters? In a simple word, we can say responsible AI ensures that AI systems act ethically and fairly and transparently. These are the three words you should remember. Whatever the model you develop, you implement, either it should be ethical. Have you followed all the ethical standards? Or either it gives 100% fairness. If it is 100% fairness, ask them to prove through IBM 360. Then how you say transparent? So to increase your business values, right? At the end, implementing this responsible AI principle and tools allows organizations to build trust, mitigate risk, and compliance with the regulations. Simply, we cannot use the students' developed application and we cannot implement it, and we cannot store the entire organization data or privacy data. You must check whether such tools, such models follows responsible AI standards or not. Until unless follows, you should not implement in a real time, right? So then it's meaning it is under risk. I hope is it clear what do you mean by responsible AI? Where are we using this? So simply we are using in our day-to-day life. You come across all the tools, number of tools. Majority tools are RAI tools. Next one is how this RAI in used in education. So last time I when on another talk with PhD, I was talking about the banking and finance. So now this how this RAI is used in education. So education, so this RAI used widely. You can say it's a widely number of tools are there. Billions of tools are there in this education field. Main purpose is personalization of learning. So customization or personalization of learning or tutoring system, then enhanced efficiency for the educators, then data driven decision making for institutions. So these are the main three important reasons why this responsible AI is in education. What are the benefits when used in personalized learning? One is faculty or student can use in curriculum planning, learning analytics, content recommendation, then the chatbots or virtual assistants creation, automated grading and assessment, and intelligent tutoring system. These are the benefits of AI in personalized learning. So how there are top 10 ways AI will change education real time. So see, as your principal rightly mentioned, so AI is not going to be a replace anybody, right? AI is it is not a replacement technology, it is assistive technology. So we should very clear. It will assist you in different ways. It may not replace any human jobs in any time, right? So because technology is changing in a light speed, it will assist you with respect to the technology. Even though IT people use, compared to the other industry, IT people use a very very lesser way of AI, but other industries like construction, manufacturing, right? So other retail, so e-commerce, they have started using in a better way compared to ITs, right? So it is going to be an assistive technology. It is never is going to be a replacement technology. So the same thing. So here this AI is used in different ways. So like in a tutoring, intelligent grading, right? Administrative task automation, AI learning system, again task fastening, adaptive learning, enhanced learning, right? Virtual assistants, so personalized learning system, chatbots. So these are all simple, responsible AI tools which educators can use, right? So third step is data decision making, data driven. So what is a data driven decision making? So data is driving, data is uh, uh, authorizing, data is allowing us to take a decision. So it's completely depends on the data, right? So when you say data driven decision making, the data matters. Without a data, you cannot do anything. As I told you, so without anything, you can run an industry, but without data, you cannot run any industry, right? So without money, without employees, without technology, without system, you can run an industry. But in this era, without a data, you cannot do anything. So data is become your very very biggest asset in this era, right? So now this data, first in data decision making, we should define the data, then you identify and collect the data, then you organize the data, then perform the data analysis and come to the conclusion, finally evaluate the model. This is normal decision making model, right? So when you use the decision making, so these are the three approaches they use in responsible AI. These are the importance of responsible AI. One is in education we'll use for personalization, another one we used for improving our efficiency, third one we used such RAA for taking our decisions. So this is the way to take decisions, right? So next one, how this responsible AI can enhance data driven decision making in institutions. One institution, first one is you can use this responsible AI for identifying bias, right? So detecting and mitigating the biases present in the data sets and algorithms to ensure the equitable outcomes. You can use set of AI tools to identify and mitigate the bias in the model. Next one, human oversight, integrating human expertise in the decision making process to interpret the AI output and make the informed judgments. So human oversight. Next one, accountability framework. So you can establishing clear guidelines for who is responsible for AI decisions in an institution and address the potential harms. So that is another way. Then what are the benefits of data driven decision making with the responsible AI? One is, as I told you, it is improves the efficiency, then it enhances the accuracy, then third one, when you do this, obviously your trust factor getting improved. So that is the main purpose of your RAA when you use all these things. So what are the examples of RAA in institutional decision making? One is education. You can use AI to analyze your student data. So this is the where is a base area. You can use a set of AI tools to analyze your students' data to identify the areas where students might need additional support. This is the area one, and while ensuring the privacy and fairness, as I keep on telling, privacy and fairness is very very important whenever you do any analytics, whenever you do any exploratory data analysis kind of things. So in education you can start identifying, analyzing the student data and identify the where are the weakest areas. So simply always we used to find the AI tools for who are the toppers. So when we calculate and draw the graphs kind of, but you do analytics, where are we need additional support, who are where are we weakest areas, how do we improve in such areas, right? So kind of things. Now we recently developed, not developed, almost developing a responsible AI based tool for your NIRF calculation, right? So how institution needs to concentrate on this NIRF ranking, and where are they lagging in NIRF, how they need to improve in which area. So you need to enter all the data in the tool, right? Then it easily it will tell you where are your weakest areas. Generally people, institution, they very lag in the last parameter, perception, right? So perception is the area where we may not get points. Similarly, perception meaning, as you all know, your employer needs to give a rating, like your students, your the company people who's coming there for your recruitment, alumni. Generally, it is a common feedback, open feedback. They may collect it in anywhere, right? Your past employers, the company who came there for recruitment, they will ask about your students' feedback, how their students are, well, our students are doing. Again, the alumni, then the parents, right? Then the industry people who came there for lectures, they will check their visibility whether Velamal is reached up to the certain level or not. The visibility, right? The perception only we may lack. So such a way, there are number of tools that are being developed in order to evaluate your weakest area. Even one of my colleagues company, they are working on it. If you collaborate with them, simply they'll guide you in taking ranks and everything. So they'll bring the department into a such level, same institution to such level, they'll be guiding you, right? So such a way your responsible A is working on it with the closely with the academic institutions. Next one is a healthcare. Healthcare also we use to predict the potential risk of the patients are based on the medical data. So here, if nothing is possible without data, so everything is possible only with the data. If if data is not there, you cannot do anything. So utilizing AI to predict the potential health risk. So that is your healthcare. Then the finance sector, we'll be using AI tools to detect your fraudulent transactions. Mainly, we used to collect your fraudulent transactions. So see, you can challenges and misconceptions about the data driven. One is confirmation of bias. If you neglect the data quality, is one of the challenges. Historical data over resilience, poor communication between data, scattered data, data illiteracy. So these are the challenges when you play with the data we will come across. So you need to identify the solution for all these challenges. Then the A evolution. So evolution in 1960s, early computer assisted learning programs were there. In 1990s, you come across intelligent tutoring systems were there, because that by the time this MOOC, Moodle and MOOC courses started kicked in, that the intelligent tutoring system. Then 2020 onwards, AI powered adaptive learning platforms, that which is nothing but your responsible AI is kicked in, right? So this is the evolution of the AI era. If you see from 1943, so artificial neuron, right? Alan Turing test, as you all know, this is where these Alan Turing test, this is where your AI era is kicked in, right? So slowly, that's the first golden age. Then second golden age is between 1990s to 2000. Then third golden age is 2010 to 2030, where your all your transformer chat gpt is the kicked in, right? So this is how the brief history of AI with the deep learning era, right? So these are the historical milestones of AI in education system. So previous one is general AI evolution. In 1950s to 1960, early research, this the term AI is coined, right? 1950s, where your Alan Turing test was conducted. So the outcome of the Turing test is nothing but, so we predicted machines also can able to think, right? So that is the outcome of this Alan Turing test. Then one of the NLP model is developed. That's nothing but ELISA. The first tutoring system was called Saint. So these are all invented in 1950s to 60. Then the AI system formation has happened in 1960s to 1970s. Then the
Sir? Participants kindly wait.
Okay, ma'am.
Participants, there is a power cut, it seems, on the other side. So kindly wait. It will take just five more minutes for him to connect. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Have you shared the screen, sir? Your screen is visible, but
Visible? Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir, I hear your voice, but the screen is not visible to us, sir.
Everyone. Now,
no, sir. Sir, now it's visible, sir.
Sir, your voice is not getting for me, sir.
Hello. I just joined with mobile, ma'am. So can
Yeah,
any? I'll
sir,
share
but
PPT. Can any?
it's shows very minimized screen, sir. No, sir, almost it is
Visible, ma'am.
not, sir.
இருக்கியா போயிட்டு. Okay, okay.
We will wait, sir. We will wait for another 5 minutes, sir.
Is it visible, ma'am, now?
Yes, sir. Now visible, sir.
Sorry,
Sir.
really sorry.
It's okay,
The
sir.
power.
It's okay, sir.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay,
So
sir.
I'll manage it
We'll
another 10
continue, sir.
minutes. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. So I was talking about this brief history of AI, right? So how this AI is used in the education systems, right? So early research, 1950s to 60, we started identifying this AI as a technology. Then 70s to 80, we created a lot of publication on the AI, also how AI is used in education, right? Then the third era has become 1990s to 20s. We started inventing machine learning, then NLP advancements like a Deep Blue, right? Then MOOC courses, NLP based MOOC courses, kind of they're kicked in. Then late 2020, chatbots were kicked in, right? So OpenAI is kicked in, all these things. Now, this 2023 era, we'll be talking about your adaptive learning, artificial general intelligence, responsible AI to streamline our administrative tasks. So, this is how this AI is transformed our education systems in this era, 1950s to 2023. Now, what are the different types of responsible AI technologies? As you know, there are major responsible AI technologies where we are using. One is a ML. ML is algorithm to predict and personalize. That is the ML is used in responsible AI technology. Second one is natural language processing. So it is a language based applications like a chatbots, right? So your conversational AI agents, right? So in responsible AI, we'll be using that second technology is NLP. The third one is computer vision. Computer vision is mainly meant for evaluating visual data like diagrams and handwriting and other artifacts, etc. Right. So this is how this responsible AI where we are using. One is your ML. The second one is your uh, NLP based linguistics. Then third one is your computer vision. Right. So this is the diagrammatic representation. A is a main data set, then the subset ML is a subset. Deep learning is another subset of ML. Again, your generative AI is advanced version of your general deep learning is your generative AI and large language model, all other things, right? So then other work, Cartesian products of NLP, computer vision, image, linguistic, these are all your responsible AI, right? So how this educational standards were responsible AI, right? So what do you mean by ethics in AI? Similarly, same. One is the key standards are inclusivity, meaning it is accessible to all diverse learners, right? It should not be only targeted audience. It should be common to every learners. Then you can say it is one of the inclusivity. The second standard is equity. Equity is nothing but reducing the bias in all AI models, right? The third educational standard for responsible AI, what they said is data privacy, as I talking about. This is we may not aware of, but this is one of the main act for the educational standard, data privacy, all the complaints and regulations, GDPR, HIPAA, ISO compliance, right? So for educational institution, you have ISO. For IT, banking, we used to follow ISO 27001. So for every industry, we have a set of compliance and regulatory regulations, right? So we should follow all these standards. Then the responsible and ethical use of chat gpt in education, how the chat gpt can be used by this, which is released by OpenAI community. Now after this OpenAI, there are a lot of industries kicked in like Google, Microsoft, again your China, there are releases separate their chat gpts like DeepSeek, right? There are a number of OpenAI model have been released, right? Now this chat gpt by OpenAI, how this can be used in education. One is your accuracy of information, then fairness and non-discrimination. Chat gpt is not a substitute for human teachers, right? So this will always produces the general information. Then so if you want accurate information, then you should use proper prompting. That is nothing but your prompt engineering should be kicked in, right? Then responsible AI, it is important to educate the students about AI and its limitations. So this is very important. The transparency in use of chat gpt, then respect for privacy. These are all, again, if you see all the buzzwords, privacy, accuracy, fairness, right, standards, complaints, transparency, these are all again responsible AI keywords. So when the model follows all these things, then you can say that the model or a tool or application is a responsible in nature. This is ethical AI application pyramid. So it starts from orphaned AI models. This is the model which we used in 2 decades back. Then the later on the reusable ML model were kicked in. Here this it is one of the reusable models. The same model you can reuse it anywhere, like a plug and play model. Then the explainable AI. Explainable AI is always follows some set of individual metrics on the AI results. Then the final one is on the top of explainable AI, responsible AI. This explainable AI is ability to understand and quantify the impact that individual metrics have on the AI model. But whereas responsible AI, it is a completely held responsible for this AI application, whatever the with the user expectation or organization values with respect to societal laws and norms. So this is the ethical AI pyramid. We used to say orphaned ML model, then reusable ML model, then explainable AI, and the top of explainable your responsible AI, right? Then in education system, the another one is parameter is become adaptive learning system. Adaptive learning system meaning all the system should adapt the content based on students learning phase and style. Example, you come across now all the adaptive learning system, your NPTL, Coursera, Udemy, Simply Learn, Guvi, right, Udacity, Khan Academy. There are a lot of adaptive learning system which follows your responsible AI nature, right? The benefits is individualized learning phase, that is which is nothing but self-paced learning, right? You can learn whatever time you want, you can learn at your own time. The recorded videos will be available, so nothing but your content is always available for all the users at all the time with respect to equity and gender equity, right? So that is how this adaptive learning method. So this because the dashboard is completely AI based, so you can it will engage your user in a such a way, right? Also nowadays you cannot skip the videos. Previously in NPTL people used to skip the video long back, right? Now you cannot skip the video, you cannot skip, you can, if it's a 10 minutes video you must watch the 10 minutes, you cannot go forward or backward, something like that, right? So such a way the adaptive learning system and the mechanisms or applications have been improved. If you see, there are a lot of examples. Google is one of the adaptive learning system. Duolingo is one of the system. Sorry, Coursera is one of the best tool, which always I would like to recommend. Right, for academia, everything is there with the Coursera, right? Because I purchased 1,000 license for the previous institution and we worked on for 2 years. So we did all the A to Z analytics and other things. Even industry we purchased for employees. Quizlet and Squirrel AI. So these are the different AI tools, the famous AI tools which will support your adaptive learning systems, right? Also, how this AI use cases in education. IBM Watson Tutor is another tool, so you can try IBM Watson Tutor. Again, Carnegie Mellon. So that is their Carnegie learning. It's nothing but Mika is another tool. Squirrel AI is another tool. Coursera AI for everyone is another tool. Duolingo is another tool. You can explore all these tools. A simple one, so I don't want to give any demo on this. You can easily, as it is self-paced, you can click and drag and drop. You can easily understand. Also, the 10 most inspiring and innovative example of AI in education. One is Visor Learning, Duolingo, Newton, Coursera. Other than, so these are different learning platform. Other than your simply learn, Guvi, NPTL, Swayam. Other than that, there are set of adaptive learning platforms also there. Just I would like to brought you your notice here. Visor Learning, Duolingo, Newton, Coursera, Squirrel, Century Tech, Watson Tutor, Smart Learning, Gradescope, Carnegie Mellon. So these are all the tools which adapted responsibly in their learning platform itself, right? So you can try any one or two tools. Same as I said, so if you see same things, you can repeatedly come. So then new ones also is another tool other than Carnegie Learning and Brainly as a tool, and nuance also another tool. So you can try all these tools. Then simply because a single people cannot explore all the tools, better you can give it to the students, ask them to explore one tool, then ask them to do a presentation. So group presentation, assignment presentation, give them some marks. So everybody will get to know almost minimum 50 to 60 tools in a class. So that way you can explore all such tools. Then what are the potential benefits and risk of using this AI in education? One is potential benefit, another side is a potential risk. First, let's see the potential benefit. One is content development and differentiation. So you can create your unique content for your lecture or lesson plan or lecture plan. but you can create it, but people may not accept when you come for an NBA or audit or all other things. People will follow common standards, but you can use it for, in order to make your class interesting, you can have it your own content development, second to second, time to minute lecture plan, kind of everything. Assessment design and timely effective feedbacks, then tutoring and personalized learning assistance, then aiding creativity and collaboration, then operational and administrative efficiency. Then the risk, what you talk about, again, when you use, everybody use AA, then obviously the main thing is we will come to the plagiarism. Plagiarism and academic dishonesty is one of the main parameter. Yes, is there really? So that you need, whenever now in this era, you must check plagiarism of their document, compulsory. As a department, you should purchase a Turnitin or any other plagiarism tool, because since when you start asking students to use AA, you must have plagiarism tool as well. So let them submit their assignment along with the plagiarism report to the digital submission, so that you can check, so that students, they'll be not copying the same thing, and they'll ask them to refer, but let them rewrite it on their own understanding. This is what we followed previously. Then demonized students and teacher agency and accountability, then their privacy, over resilience, then societal bias and lack of cultural sensitivity. These are all the common potential risks, but with respect to academia, you will face the first one always, right? Then acceptable and responsible use of AI in higher education. One is academic integrity, transparency and disclosure, then the data privacy and security, and bias awareness, human oversight, and informed consent and opt-out options, and continuous monitoring and evaluation. So this is the life cycle. This should be there when students are started using responsible AI in their higher educations, right? This is another tool I would like to inform you. So in Africa, the education is completely revolutionized with a tool called Teachermatic. So you can try this tool. One of the again, this is completely educators and all the stakeholders in Africa. They are using this tool. This is one of the innovative AI tool in order to enhance their teaching and learning experience. Also timely feedback and everything is there, so you can try it out. So Teachermatic is a one tool, right? Then the next one, you can see this. I also gone through this. I got some demo version. I requested them a demo. They given it. It's quite nice, interesting few things. So it just reduces your teacher's workload, elevate teaching and learning. So at the end, you can download everything at the year end, right? And the next 11th parameter, integrating responsible AI tools in curriculum development. For that, I used to recommend your Coursera for campus version. So simply you can identify your skill gap AI tools. There are a lot of skill gap AI tools for curriculum mapping. The one of the best tool is Coursera for campus. So here you can use your Coursera platform with respect to industry demands. So you can use any AI tool. Coursera is inbuilt AI tools. You can keep track of your complete students' learnings. How many students were registered, how many are learning phase, how many have completed the modules, everything you can keep track it. So that is how you can use it. As a teacher, you can use it. Coursera for campus tool. I will give some demos. Other than that, you have 31 plus AI edutech tools are there which changing your education, right? One is, you see, as a AI question paper generator. Again, Carnegie Learning, Coursera, Quarium, TutorMe, Elcavia, again, see Turnitin, Quizlet, ChatGPT. So these are all you come across. You come across one or two tools. I think you hope come across Coursera is one of the tool. OpenAI, as you know. Then your Turnitin you might have used for plugin checking. I think ChatGPT you are using, Google Bard you are using. Other than that, you have a lot of tools, right? Duolingo is there, as I told you, right? So there are a lot of tools are there. I'll share this PPT with the links I have given. You can go through this link and you can download it and you can start using, right? Again, generative AI assessment also is there. Now, for question paper setting, simply you can use ChatGPT or Perplexity, right? Perplexity is one of the free compared to your ChatGPT. So you can use The first tool I would like to introduce is a Coursera for Campus, right? So Coursera is, as you know, it is one of the MOOC platform. It's a complete AI based MOOC platform, right? You can identify your focus area, right? And then you curate and build your content as per your structure. Then you launch the thing. Then you steer your engagement or adoption. Then finally you can drive your university goals, right? So that is how this you can keep your learners into the platform and engage them by driving the course. So the objective of this Coursera is empower all the students across the programs through right skilling and deliver great career outcomes. That is the first thing. So you can empower all the students. The second one is faculty upskilling. This platform will support faculty upskilling through your various research. You know, only the courses are available, but not only courses, it contains a lot of research programs. It contains a lot of pathway programs. Everything is there in this platform when you start exploring. Then modernize your curriculum, enhance the teaching learning process by bringing the emerging technologies. This is where we used Coursera for our campus, which is appreciated by your NBA committee visit, right? So think about it. So Coursera is completely a responsible AI platform which is supports, we know, only online learning, not only online learning, 100 millions of registered learners worldwide. There are experts at 250 leading universities and companies. Students can go with your internship in Coursera, right? You should get approved for your board of studies. For Coursera, you can do the credit mapping if you're autonomous. So then 5,000 plus courses, 2,000 plus project guided projects. So generally, we recommend the institutions. Suppose the final year students who get a placement, they'll go for internship. The others, students who are having arrears, students who are unable to get an internship through placement cell, what we do, we recommend them to take this Coursera guided projects, which is given by Accenture, which is given by IBM. There are a lot of 2,000 plus guided projects are there. When they complete such a project, they'll be awarded. When they complete, submit the certification, then they'll be awarded with the internship project certification by the industry. So such way you can get approved from the BOS or academic council and you can get it rolled out. So then 60 plus courses added every month. They are adding 60 plus courses, as you know, all the top Stanford Harvard professors used to take. So such a way Coursera is one of the best responsible AI tool. You can do analytics. Who are the topper, weaker, what area they are best, where are we, the department is lacking. Everything you can keep track of this Coursera platform. So how can Coursera help me? So Coursera can help employers on focusing on skills. As you know now, the only buzzword is skilling, skilling, skilling. So until unless we have a skills in the every area, so it is very difficult, right? So building your skills in the area of data analytics, business, cloud IT, software engineering, and other areas also you have, right? So this is 1900 plus projects, 45 plus professional certificates are there. You can take it. Instead of paying different money to different online platform, you buy one account here, you can do everything. So as a faculty, you can create your own lecture planning, everything you can do. Even you can create your own MOOC platform here, right? So I'll showing that you can create your own MOOC platform. You onboard courses, you evaluate everything. Finally you can say, you can show your maintaining everything in a Coursera. Okay, so such a way you can build your profile. Because people NBA, people used to ask where you have a YouTube channel, you have any digital learning platform. Such a way you can show the Coursera as an international platform where you are doing academic engagement. So this is the application. So this provides world class content because it contains 5,000 plus world class online courses. Then private authoring. This is what I was talking about. Private authoring. Private authoring meaning if you want to create your own MOOC course, you record your courses with a recording session, or you can record it in your home, upload it here. Students can watch later on. Then based on the videos, you can create a project, create assessment, give a conduct a quiz, everything you can do. That is a private authoring. right? You can ask the students to do one deep learning course through Coursera by deeplearning.ai. Suppose the same course you have it in your recorded video, then you upload it there also. So then job ready skills also you can have, then hands-on learning. Then yes, now they are introduced hands-on learning laboratory also in the Coursera. Laboratory also you can do, so everything. Now all the universities, so it's a fully flexible credit system. Nobody is using a lab. Lab is a part of theory. So there is no lab, model lab, there is no semester lab, nothing. People, students will go to university every day during a lab hour. Every day is a evaluation. So task is completely mapped with the Coursera platform. They'll be completing the task, they'll be leaving the lab. So 80-20, 60-40, something integrated course, right? So lab is a part. So out of 15 exercise, only 10 exercise will be evaluated, best 10. So each lab carries 10 marks. So 10 exercise, 100 marks, 100 will be converted into a theory. So part of the theory. So such a way they'll be integrating. So you have full flexibility. So you can use Coursera as a responsible AI platform for the better engagement instead of going here and there with a set of tools. You have a full accountability here. That is what we are trying to say. Next one, scalable platform. This is, you can high quality, you can increase the learning, license and everything, low cost online platform. So that is the best choice we recommend. Even government of Tamil Nadu also recommending, collaborated with NASCOM and Coursera, right, as far as an part of your non-Mudalvan scheme, right? So I think you might have get some kind of coupon, so you can try it out. That is what I brought you here. I don't want to bring any other tools which are not relevant to you, new tools. Whatever the tools we have, we try to use max at maximum level, right? So here you will see there are a lot of program structure you have in autonomous, or if it is your thing, you have a core courses. Also you have value added courses, you have multidisciplinary electives in engineering. Also there are set of courses recommended for faculty, right? So what we can do, you have a set of core courses, right? Professional elective courses. Generally you can recommend professional elective courses, 2 courses you can ask the students to complete it in Coursera. For example, NLP and your what is that, or NLP course, one deep learning course. You see the syllabus, Coursera syllabus and your syllabus is maximum matching 80 to 80, 60-40. Then you get an equivalent approval from the board of studies. Let them do 2 courses from Coursera. Then they can drop such courses in their core curriculum, right? So similarly, value-added courses also provide through Coursera. So let them choose soft skill courses, any courses to value-added. Instead of you are inviting people, conducting for 5 days, 40 hours, let them finish it off here. Because they are giving world top class professors are giving, what else you need. So such things we can do. Also multidisciplinary electives are there, right? So this is a recommended plan which I created. So you identify the non-credit courses in your curriculum. Then distribution of licenses, you purchase few set of licenses. So then divide it into 2 phases, give it to a students. One phase for first year and second year, the second phase another 6 months for the third year. Finally rotate the license, buy 500 license, 600 license, rotate it. Identification of department level coordinator. License are categorized into second year, third year. Then so something like that. So then authoring the credentials, then rotation of license, then in semester statistics. So at the end of the semester you will get a wonderful statistics, trust me. So we did recently to a lot of universities. So you'll get all the A to Z. So I think you might have done this PO mapping at the end of 8th semester. No, this is one of the best proof you can maintain it. So almost this course recommendation, see there are a lot of AI, ML, AI, data science, computer engineering, data science, IT, department-wise courses are there. So when you click this tab, you will get set of courses, everything it will come. See business, language, career and soft skill, employability skills, again other languages, Japanese, English, French, again digital learning, teaching, pedagogy, research skill. So sector-wise, you have set of courses, right? So you can identify best courses and give it to your fellow students. That is the one. So let me share. That's see here. So you have a 22200. My whether the screen is visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Yeah. 2200 projects are available. 5500 courses are available. 500 plus specialization. 380 plus certificates are available, right? So you can use such things. See, all the industry courses and everything is available here, right? This is the unique one, the Coursera for labs, because we are also teaching as an industry. We are providing a one course in this Coursera labs. So that faculty will be there to assist you. Your students can do the lab part here. Then the live mentor will be there. They'll be assisting. As a teacher, you just monitor. So all the ML lab, DL lab, and everything you can NLP, you can use analytics, R Studio, everything you can ask them to do it, right? So this is the one of the best tool I would like to recommend to Velammal. Then the other one, see, these are semester wise. This sample thing we did semester 1 to 8. What subjects you can recommend? Emerging skills courses. You can recommend few courses here which are not relevant to your core curriculum. See, for basics of electronics, electrical and electronics, there are 4 equivalent courses are available here. You can recommend anyone. So you can students can obtain 3 credits. See Python programming. So 199303 is I think SRM code. So now we have recommended Python basic structure, Python objects, then Python for analytics. So 4 equivalent courses are there with lab. So you can recommend simply students sitting here and attending all the course. You can simply for laboratory, I'm saying theory you can teach, laboratory you can assign the students, let them finish it off. So let them score 2 credits. So similarly, you can assign set of things. So students get internship also. As I told you, there are a lot of internship available. So they'll be getting internship from Google, John Hopkins University, University of Washington. So that will be there. This is what industry also expects, right? So not only from college certificates, so they should go, they should have digital platform certificates, right? So again, faculty also, you have a digital transformation, digital teaching, research. You have 3 different verticals. You have everything here. You can go through it once. So you'll have a lot of ideas here. So that is what the first tool I would like to recommend. The second tool is the eCalvia. So eCalvia is another tool, responsible AI tool, where you can generate your question paper on a single click. So please don't mind, because none of the tool is free. Please make sure this is AI is a business completely. Nobody will pay you as a free. For some time they'll be giving us a free, but if you want to use complete A to Z features, you must pay for minimum amount. But the only thing we can recommend use whatever the tools which are paying minimum less fees, we can recommend, right? So this is eCalvia is also another tool where you can use, simply set a question paper. For this, simply you can use your chat GPT or any other perplexity instead of chat GPT, question paper setting, other things. So here they'll be giving lot of SMEs are there, subject matter experts. So they'll be assisting you in designing a question paper, role-based access management, and all other things. So this is the second tool in for education, responsible AI tool. See, descriptive answer evaluation, AI question paper generation, AI proctoring. Now you know all the examination, online examinations are AI proctoring, which means complete facial recognition and secure browser recording and everything, right? Inbuilt. So which consists of responsible AI standards and policies. The third tool is, this is we developed our own tool as our customer is a Mind Logic. Here we developed 3 tools here. One is Intelli exam is one of the tool, which is nothing but our exam automation software, right? So let me click this. Right, this is we have developed 3 tools. One is Intelli exam. This is complete AI based exam automation software. Students no need to write exams on paper. Students can write it in digital notepads. We will be scanning such digital notepads and we'll be loading into a cloud. Then faculty will be given a dashboard and they'll be evaluating. This is one of our tool, AI based tool, right? So supports all forms of assessment, integrable LTA and QTIs. Again, access to Apple Classroom and Google Classroom, cloud based data encryption, secure browsing, and mobile assessment. Then the Great First is another tool. So what we do, this is for online skilling. It is completely LMS. If a student wants to upload their courses, faculty wants to upload their courses, you can create your own courses and you can upload it like a LMS. So we will have a business deal 60/40. Whenever the courses are started selling, you record your course, you come to us, you can host it in our platform. We do editing and we will upload it. When you start selling, you ask your students to register the course and pay minimum amount 50 rupees, 49 rupees, kind of every other colleges are doing. So such a way, this is your own platform. You can show it a proof when during your visits, right? You have your own MOOC platform. You have, so how many viewers, learners, everything we can do, right? So this is we are promoting for the teachers. That is the mind logic as we do. Uh, that is a third tool. Then the fourth tool is, as you know, the China has released a DeepSeek. DeepSeek is one of the famous tool. It is as good as the ChatGPT O1, but it's not compared to Pro. Pro is better than this DeepSeek. It is a completely open source and free to use. But if you ask me whether it is a safe, I will be saying no, not at all. It is a risky platform. So, but you can see the results are better than the ChatGPT. We are used to it. So that is a DeepSeek, right? So how this DeepSeek can helpful in academic purposes? One is brainstorming an idea, an outline of the research project. If you give input and you try to get the proper outcome, proper output research, it will give you the architecture diagram and other so on. Then it is one of the best reading assistant. Then semantic search, right? Then the academic project management, better beating the writer's block, copywriting, proofreading, then peer review. So in such a ways, your DeepSeek is here useful. You can go to deepseek.com and you can see click start or like a chat GPT. It is an app. So it start interacting with the, it's a version 3 is currently available. You can start interacting, right? So there are a lot of APIs also available. You can integrate with your own platforms, right? So DeepSeek is another tool. Then the fifth tool is a Google AI Studio. Google AI Studio is one of the best tool recently. Every student is using, every developer, everybody is using. Simply, you can build and train your ML model and deploy it with in Google AI Studio, right? So this is one of the best ML offering tools where your developers and educators and students can use this platform, right? So AI Studio is another tool. So this is the tool. Suppose you upload a video, right? You can upload a video. You ask, suppose you want to edit it. Hey Google AI Studio, just you remove how to remove my voice, and I want to add AI voice. How to do it? Simply you ask, it will tell you answer. Because it is Gemini API is integrated, it's a completely Gemini API. So then if you want to set up API keys, you can simply get the API key here, free API key if you want to implement anything. Also, you have prompting is available. Use a proper prompting for tuning your model, ML model. You ask your students to use Google AI Studio for everything here on, so to implement their models, right? So that is one of the best tool. Because of time, I am unable to show a demo. So then the fourth one is key features of Google AI tool. One is a pre-trained models, custom model training, then data preparation tool, integration with the Google AI Cloud. They gain code free, no codes, right? Educational focus, collaboration, and sharing. So this supports all these terminologies. So, but now everybody, if you ask all my office, everybody will use Google AI tool. So they'll be using the studio for developing their model, deploying their model, right? So this may be used in education also. As I said, teachers and students can use AI Studio to create AI-driven projects or learn about AI technologies. So such a way you can use. So you can build and test your ML model without needing any expertise in ML. Simply you can check your prototype using Google AI Studio. There are a lot of videos are available in YouTube how to use it. Just try to watch. But my aim is to coin few tools here so that you can explore it later, right? So the upcoming one of the tools, Research Kick, is another tool which is going to come up. So this is nothing but this toolkit inclusive of all the LLMs, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, Grok, again your Llama, Mistral, Gemini, DeepSeek, everything all in one toolkit. You can choose the model and you can go for the deployment. So that is how this model is they are trying to develop. This is version 2 is under beta testing, so this will be coming up very soon. You can see research kick is all in one ML model, right? So that is how this responsible AI tools has been used in this age in normal days. So also free responsible AI tools. One is for question paper setting. You can use Quilnas, right? So this is AI based question paper setting. Then Teachmint is another tool. Then quiz creation, generally people will go with Kahoot. Kahoot is one of the interesting tool. It's a game based learning platform. If you want to create a quiz and based on a gaming, it is a gamification based learning. You can use a Kahoot as I would recommend. Then quiz and H5P is also another area. Fund proposal and writing. So there are a number of tools are there. I would like to recommend to use grantable.ai. So that is one of the tool. Then this generally people use for chat GPT and research rabbit is one of the tool. Then Grammarly for assistance, right? So this is the fund proposal writing. Research paper assistance, as you know, connected papers, Zotaro, Paperfile, Site.ai. These are all number of ICT tools. These are all your normal ICT tools which will helpful in writing your research papers. General AI tool for higher education, Canva for education, because now everybody using is a Canva, right? For education, Canva Magic also is there. Then Perplexity AI, it is a complete replacement for your ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a paid one. So Perplexity is AI is a free one. You can use Perplexity. DeepL is generally based on the natural language processing based application for linguistic. Also, few responsible AI tools I would like to recommend. Suppose if you want to interact with the PDF, like a chat PDF, you can use a Notebook LM. Notebook LM is what you can do. Suppose students, if you are very difficult in doing literature survey, upload the PDF, you ask this LLM to summarize about the PDF. So it will summarize in one paragraph. So meaning it is a LLM which is you allows you to interact with the document. So that is what Notebook LM. This you can use it. Suppose when you start writing a research paper for literature survey section, you download or 30 PDF related PDFs, right? You give it to the again your AI based agent, so it will generate the reference section. Parallelly, you can ask Node LM to summarize about each paper in one paragraph with a maximum of 5 lines. Give proper prompting, it will give you. So literature survey section is ready in 10 minutes, right? So such a way you can use Notebook LM. Another replacement is chatpdf.com. Chat PDF is previously free. Now they, because of high usage, now they made it a paid one. So only 5 PDFs you can interact. So other, but Notebook LM is free one. Next one, Claude function. So it is one of the intelligent personalized tutoring system, AI assistant. You can use Claude is another tool. Mathway is another tool for mathematical learning, right? So mathematics. Lex is another writing tool for organize your ideas or report writing. Lex. So these are the 4 tools: Notebook LM, again Claude, Mathway, and Lex, right? So these are the various tools which follows the following key principles. So one is privacy and data security protection, fairness and bias elimination, transparency and accessibility for all the students. So this is how this responsible AI is used in this era in a different ways, right? I think that's all from my side. I have set of other tools, which this is nothing but normal AI based ICT tools. I'll just pitch it off. You can note down. First tool is I would like to audio pen. This audio pen is one of the tool. What it does, so it converts your voice note into a text. So that is it is one of the cool AI application. If you say talk something like a fireflies minutes, right? Minutes taking. So this is the audio pen is one of the tool you can use. Fireflies.ai. Like right now, like your this meeting, this in a FDP inauguration, if you install Fireflies.ai plugin, it automatically records, it prepares your minutes of meeting. Such a way you can say how your department using various AI tools in your day-to-day process. So you start using that is what I put up a lot of tools with respect to AI, ML, and AIDS department. So you can use these tools in your day-to-day life. So everything you can source a number of tools which is used by the department. So Fireflies is one of the tool. Whenever a faculty meeting, students meeting, everything is happening through your Google Meet somewhere, you can use this plugin, install this plugin, automatically it records your minutes, right? So that is a fireflies.ai. It records everything, right? Summary, speaker, who are on, everything it captures. Right? The screenshot is given here, sample screenshot. Then the third tool is Canva Magic, right? This is also, it will generate text to image generator. If you give something Canva, you I think you will preparing a posters and everything through Canva, right? So Canva has another tool called Canva Magic, right? So if you give a text-based content, it will generate the images. See, I just write three beautiful short points about CIT College Coimbatore. So it says academic excellence, innovation, less campus and modern facilities, and community and global connections. Something, so preparing a poster, brochure, you can try to use this magic, right? So you may not get in plug content, right? Plagiarism, right? Such tools can be used, right? See, I've written, explained the story about Ram Temple UP. So it started written something. Then Curipart. So Curipart is one of the another tool where you can generate your lesson plan and you can prepare your lesson plan with AI. So that is another tool. Then OpenAI is nothing but ChatGPT. So leave it. Then the SlidesGo. SlidesGo is another free tool. It's a replacement for your Google Slides and PowerPoints, right? So you can prepare SlidesGo. SendSteps.ai. So you can create your PPT, PowerPoint PPT with on any topic. So that is your SendSteps.ai. So it will create your PPT for students assignment and everything. It will create AI based video lectures also, right? Grade calculation, you can use grade scope, right? Notion is another AI based workspace where you can assign your to-dos list, class notes, collaborate with our office mates, and everything you can do. This generally we use Notion in our office, assigning your task and project planning, everything. It's like a pakka workspace sheet. Notion is another tool. Then tutor.ai. Tutor.ai is one of the AI based tutoring platform which connects your faculty and the students. So that's how it is used in education. This is used in research. And research and literature survey, you can use various AI tool, perplexity.ai, Kenius, Scholarly, so something like that. For everything, different tools were there. So you can use any one of the tool. Once you are familiar, you can go in depth, right? Now latex also brought some more AI tool integration. Simply you can finish it off in half an hour. You can write a pakka paper, you can a Springer format, elsewhere format, everything. So latex has various AI plugins nowadays, right? So as I said, see chatpdf.com. This chat PDF, if you import your paper, see I just imported my paper, artificial neural network auto encoder for insider cyber security threat detection. This is SCI paper. Just I imported this paper. I'm just asking, write a summary of this paper. So it says, so it gives a summary of this paper immediately, right? So now you may ask, sir, yes, it will give a summary, but it will generate the plagiarism. No, how do you do it? So there are plagiarism removal software also there, AI tools also there. You can use such tools. You can remove your plagiarism. That is also there for everything. For every problem, there is a solution. So humanizer, AI humanizers are there. You use the humanizer, keep this ChatGPT generated content there, click humanizer convert, so it will convert. Then you copy the same content, again put it in plagiarism tool, it will show zero plagiarism. So that's the way. This I cannot recommend, but I want you to understand and rewrite it on your own, right? So that is the best way to do it. Then grant writing tools, Grantable and Granted AI. These two are the two grant writing AI based tools. So you can use it off, right? again Site, Paperpal, Litmus, Perplexity. These are a number of tools. Grammarizer Pro. So this is MOOC course creator. So Coursebox is another tool. For this, I recommended Coursera. So you no need to go this. This is little costly. Again, Otter.ai. Otter.ai is a replacement for your Fireflies, taking a minutes, right? So this is also you can use. So AI is not only used in engineering application and research, it also used as a fun, right? You can upload your photo, you can edit it, you can whatever the way you want, you can change it up, background, round, circle, everything, right? So such a way is AI is used in AI is used in research, right? So everything is based on the purpose. So finally, AI is used in education as well as in higher education, in engineering or arts or whatever may be. Also, this AI is used in research, right? That is what I would like to brought you here. So this tool is used, this technology as assistive technology based on the needs. So it is applicable in all the areas, not only in our field, right? Finally, I would like to say, in past days, for every problem, there was a solution. But in recent days, for every problem, there is a AI solution. But today, for every AI challenge, there will be a tailored AI tool or AI application, which is cost based. Previously, we used to identify a problem, there will be a solution. Now also there will be a solution, but everything is AI based solution. But for every problem, there is one AI tool is available in the market. Not only one tool, 100 plus tools are available for in the market. That is the today's trend, right? So that we will understand and we should proceed further. As a conclusion and future direction, I would like to say responsible AI is shaping the future of education. Also, by ethical considerations are paramount. So that is the main thing of this responsible AI. So educators and institutions must adapt and innovate responsibly. With the responsibly means what? So we should adopt this AI and innovate this AI responsibility so that we'll be having a bright future and safe future. So empowering minds with responsible AI, shaping a bright future through ethical innovation. That is the main quote behind this topic. So we should have generate the future through ethical innovation. So everything, whatever the tool, whatever we do, whatever we work, say everything based on ethical and trustworthy, right? So that's all from my side. So if you have any questions or any doubts, so you can reach me out. So I think we
Participants, kindly unmute yourself and ask the queries. Many of you have raised the hands also. Kindly proceed.
I think we come across 30 plus tools, 30 to 50 plus tools. So you try to go through any one or two tools in your day-to-day life and try to find it out. So you try to see the usage.
That was actually amazing session, sir, and a lot of tools is there.
Yeah.
We're not able to quickly grasp everything. I think it needed one more day, like 4 or 5 hours of the session, so that we can understand everything.
Yes, we can explore any one tool because we did it for this. I did it for 2 days of workshop for other university.
Okay,
But
sir.
I brought everything in one slide. So, but I would like to, because as a faculty, if you know the tool, you can explore it, not a student's level. So that is what I brought all the tools here. But I'll share this PDF, ma'am. You can share it with the participants and let them explore it
Sure,
later.
sir. I thought of asking it. Thank
Yeah,
you
yeah.
so much, sir. We
Yes,
need
sure,
it
sure.
because it's need of the hour, not only for the research
Yes.
people, but also for the faculty community, sir.
Yes.
Thank you
So
so much.
because we come across all the tools, but we may not know where we are using, where it come across. So these are the tools we know the names daily, day-to-day life, but so this is how. So responsible AI is nothing but nothing. We need to, whatever the tool you use, you need to provide security and safety. That's it. So also you should held responsible for that outcome. You should hold your accountability. That's nothing else. So you try to use the tools and bring the brighter future for the students' life. Thank you.
Participants, kindly ask for any queries now with our eminent resource person. Any queries? Sir, 1 second, sir. We'll take one snapshot. 1 second. Sir, your video, please. Can you open the video, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you can take. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Participants, any appreciation from your end, or otherwise any queries from your end? From your end, please kindly. HOD ma'am.
Sir, so thank you, sir. It's very informative. And
Yeah.
actually, it's a very learning session we have. We'll expect more sessions from you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sophia, ma'am, please mute your thing. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
we'll
Shall I
start with
leave?
the next.
Yeah,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank
Please,
Thank
ma'am.
you once.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
once
you.
again.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you
very
so much.
informative. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Lavanya. Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you.
Participants, we'll have a 2 minutes of break and then we'll continue with the next speaker. The speaker is waiting. Kindly wait for 2 minutes. We'll be back with the introduction of the chief guest. I mean the speaker. Thank you. Good evening, sir. Dr. Anup Nandi, sir, Professor. Shall we
Yes, madam,
start?
good evening.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Shall we start the session, sir? There will be a
yes,
brief introduction of yourself now, sir. Then we'll hand over the session to you, sir.
sure, sure.
Okay. Sir, Sivakarthikeyan, sir, kindly unmute yourself and give the introduction.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can you audible my voice?
Yeah, it is
Yes,
audible,
yes, sir.
sir. You please
Audible
carry
now.
on.
Yeah.
Siva, sir.
Shiva, sir, start the session, sir.
Yes,
Shiva?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Dr. Anup Nandi is an associate professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering at National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. He has done PhD from Indian Institute of Information Technology, Ahmedabad. His research interests revolve around artificial intelligence, machine learning, human gain analysis, computing, human cognition, and robotics. He has received research funding from Indico Japanese bilateral research project funded by DST, Government of India and JSPS, Japan with joint collaboration of Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology. He has received an yearly career research award from SERB, Government of India in 2017. He, he has received a prestigious NVIDIA GPU Grant Award in 2018 for his research on gain abnormality detection using deep learning techniques. He was selected as an Indian young scientist in the thematic area of artificial intelligence to participate in 5th BRICS Conclave 2020 held at Russia 2021. Recently, he has received a research grant from DST Government of India and Ministry of Science and IST of the Republic of Korea in February 2021 with the joint collaboration of Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. He has published a good number of research papers in reputed conferences and journals. We are happy to have you a resource person for the day. Welcome you, sir. Now the session is hand over to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your introduction. So I'm just sharing my screen.
Yeah, sure, sir.
So please let me know whether this screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it
Yes,
is
sir,
visible.
it's visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
And slides are changing.
Yes, sir.
It's changing, sir.
Okay. So thank you. It's an honor to be part of this faculty development program on the responsible AI. So although as I promised that I'll talk about these fundamentals of AI in education, what are the present challenges and its possible future directions. So now first couple of half an hour I'll just talk about these fundamentals of AI and what is the necessity of AI and what are the different techniques are applied people are using. Okay, and how this application of AI is important in education, all these things. So now to start with, now if you would like to define intelligent machine, or if you can define in this way that what machines can do, the first questions comes that how does our human mind work, and second that can non-humans have a mind. So these two questions are people are trying to solve over the 2000 years, and these questions are still unanswered. You cannot have a straightforward answer of these things. So now in a very naive way to understand this intelligence, it is the ability to understand and to learn the things. But if we ask a simple questions that can a machine think, so it is very difficult to answer it is very difficult to give the answer like a straightforward answer. So now as all of you might be knowing the tremendous contribution of Sir Alan Turing, so he has published a paper on machine intelligence, and the name of the paper that is computing machinery and intelligence. And he tried to, he attempted to give the answer of the can machine thing. So instead of giving the direct answer of the can machine thing, so he did he tried to give the questions in this way: they can a machine or can machines pass a behavior test for intelligence? So that was his question. He didn't give any semantic arguments of these things. So rather he give it to this one intelligent test. So that is called the intelligent behavior test, and it is essentially, or it is namely known as a Turing imitation game. So now using this Turing imitations game, instead of asking a question, can machine think, if we can have a answer that can machines, pass a intelligent behavior test, then we can think of it that yes, the machines is likely to have the ability to think. Now how the games is looks like. So what Turing did, so now there are three separate rooms are available. As you can see, that is in there are three separate rooms. In one room one interrogator was there, in another room one woman, and this other room one man was there. Now the objective of the interrogator is to work out that who is the man and who is the woman. I mean, to communicating with them, and this interrogator has to take a decision by seeing their answers that he asked. Okay, in this way. Now the game is divided into two-phase game. There's a phase 1 and phase 2. In the phase 1, this game is that now always the man is tries to deceive the interrogator that he is not a man, he is a woman. And on the other hand, the woman tries to convince the interrogator always, no, she is the woman, she is not a man, in this way. So now, and these both the and both three persons are not going to see each other. So they are only typing some text message, okay, or they both the computer is connected with some terminals, and based on the responses received by the interrogator from the man and the woman, he needs to take this decision. So now if somehow the man is succeed, somehow if a man succeed to fool the interrogator, that is if this interrogator is convinced the way this man is trying to fool, then this test can be passed. Okay. Now what Turing did in the second phase? In the second phase, so he just replaced this man with a computer, or he just written a computer program, and the same way that this man did, so computer also trying to fool this interrogator. Now, if this scenario was like that, if this somehow this interrogator was convinced based on the answer that the messages is received from a man, okay, so but it is actually not a man, it is actually from a computer. So then this we can take a decision at that time that these machines will have some ability to think. Okay, so how we are going to take a decision that if the machines pass the intelligent behavior test, then we can derive that the machines will have the ability to think. But it is not so easy task, you know. So when this intelligent task, this test is going to be passed, then there are a lot of things to be taken care of. First things that everybody is knowing, there is a natural language processing, NLP. Okay, to understand, to make the computer full, or to make this interrogator full, then this you have to write a program so intelligently or so smartly so that it will just replace, this computer program is replaced by human. So there are a lot of things to be incorporated. First one is this is a natural language processing. Okay, you need to communicate through this your English communication. It has to be communicable. Second one, you will have the knowledge representation. You need to store. You need to take a decision based on the stored information, and you need to deduce a new things. Third one is for the automated reasoning. So this program will have the ability to take a new decisions based on the data it is available. And fourth one is called the machine learning. That we know everybody. In the machine learning also, that is the programs should be adaptable. I mean, this program will have this ability to adapt from a new environment also. So all the three things must be there in these computers so that you may think of it to replace this thing. But it is not so very easy job. Okay. So now in a nutshell, how we are going to define this AI? So now we can define this AI by the 4 quadrants, as you can see. So that is called the think humanly, act humanly, think rationally, and act rationally. Now I'll illustrate with you that this act humanly means if a machine pass this Turing test, okay, if the machine pass this intelligent behavior test, then you can think of it, yes, this machine can think humanly. So that I have already explained to you. Now we have to understand think humanly. Now how a machine would like to think the same manner as the human being does. So in order to understand it, so we need to first see that the machine will have the ability that is called the cognitive modeling approach. Okay, so we need to first understand working principle of the human minds. Okay, now understanding the working principle of the human mind, you need to transfer the entire informations to this system so that system also would like to think like a human. Now, what are the different strategies that we could apply for behaving for thinking like a to understand the working principle of the human beings. There is a you can have the by understanding this psychological experiments. So we can get the easy data and we can capture the data and we can do some psychological experiment. Then there's another way that is called the introspections. Means whatever you are seeing that you are going to take a decision. And third one is called the brain imaging. So you need to do different data based on the MRI data. You can have the fMRI data so that you would like to have this deeper analysis of the human being. So that's why this is called the think humanly. So think humanly, it implies that cognitive modeling approach. Act humanly, that is a Turing test, if a machine passes the Turing test. Now third one, that is a what called think rationally. Now what is the meaning of the rationality? So rationality means the do the correct thing. Now whenever you have, if a machine would like to think rationally, it means that you need to put the logic. Okay, so rationality means that is the laws of thought. We have seen in this philosophy there is a concept is called the laws of thought. Now the laws of thought concept is coming. It was first have this idea from the Greek philosopher that is called the Aristotle. So he just gave an idea about this. He just have this idea about this logic. Suppose if I'm going to make a sentence like that, all men are mortal, Socrates is a man, then by having these two sentences, you can derive a new sentence that is a Socrates is mortal. So that is called the logic. Okay, so this logic has been derived from the concept of the laws of thought. Okay, that is called the. So now, if a machine would like to think rationally, you need to put the logic in this way. Now, finally, that is act rationally. So acting rationally means suppose in my table I am having the different colors of balls. Okay, that is a red color ball, there is a green color ball, and that is a yellow color ball. Now I have developed a robot, like a manipulator. In the robot, at the end effector, there is a camera is there, and this I am instructing this robot, please pick the yellow color ball. So what this robot will do? Robot will come to this particular ball and it will do some image inspections. Okay, by the shape analysis, and there is a density and there is a distance from the camera and this object. So it will do some different analysis, and we are going to take a decision. Or the color analysis, all sort of things can be done. If a robot is successful to pick up the correct one, it means that your system or your machine can act rationally. So this entire AI, the concepts that we are applying in the current age, so it is based on that is a 4 quadrants: think humanly, act rationally, and the think rationally. Whatever tools are available and we are using for, either it is explainable AI techniques, either it is a generative AI, either it is a trustworthy AI, or the responsible AI, whatever techniques or whatever tools that has been developed. So we need to first understand this rudimentary approach, that how AI will work. Okay, and what are the algorithms behind it, and what are the search space are there, how the algorithm is working or is playing around the search space, how the data is going to be stored, how the data is going to be manipulated, how the data is going to be transformed. Then eventually you can get a decision. Okay, this was the very important things of this concept of the AI. Now this means whatever I have discussed, that is defining this AI. We can think humanly, act humanly, think rationally, and act rationally. So it is already written. So now these are the birth of this AI from the 1943, 1956. These are the very contribution of all the scientists, or I would say this is a persons. They have the remarkable contribution to develop the AI, or this birth of AI. Okay, so why we are going to study this AI? So there are different exploration of AI in the various field. It will start from the science. Then you will have this search engine. Then it has got a great application in medicine or the healthcare, or for diagnosis of a particular disease, whether it is a neurological disease, whether it is a musculoskeletal disease. Okay, you can first get this data. Okay, and based on the data, you can do some feature engineering part. Then after that, you are extracting some good either handcrafted features or the automated features. Then you would like to take a decisions. Okay, so there are various areas nowadays. People are using this AI in the field of education and technology to have a very smart automations. Okay, because as in our institute we are having one automation cell that I mean, these all the things that is being performed. I mean, through the online systems, even though attendance, student can see their attendance, how much absence are there. Okay, what are the percentage of marks, all other things. Okay, and their evaluations. So all has to be being done through the automations system. So obviously, so people also trying to make to develop a such kind of good AI tools for checking these questions. Okay, and this to check this I mean quality of the questions, so that is most important. And to have this is in report generations, all sort of things that can be done. Okay, now this is the evaluations of AI that it is start from 1950s by the Alan Turing test. Then after that there was a smart evaluations, and people is trying to adapt the different techniques of AI and applied in a different research perspective, or trying to develop a new model so that it can be useful for these persons or some our society also. And in 2022, there's a chat GPT was available, and nowadays people are using this chat GPT tool, and it has got different variations and for as a benchmark data. Okay, and it has got a extremely good facilities, and it will have the extremely good properties or advantage are there, and so that people are using it to make a I mean a good I mean decisions. Or I would say that if you can develop your own model, you in order to in order to verify your model, then you can use as a chat GPT as a I mean validations things that you can use it for your purpose. Now there are different components or types, or there is a different subfields of AI, so that you can think of it to explore your research in that directions. One is called your knowledge-based system. That is a very huge topic. You can develop expert system. Now people are using different agent-based expert system. People are using. We can develop an intelligent agent, and all sort of things that can be developed. Another is a good area of research is called the computer vision. In the computer vision, you can do these recognitions for like face recognitions, motion recognitions. Okay, and all other recognition purpose can be done. You can do the motion analysis. There is a image restoration is a very important area of research. There is a scene reconstructions that you can do. There's another is called the robotics, like this locomotion, or you can say the human gait analysis. That is a very important sensing part, actuations part in climbing. Then you have the NLP portion. Then there's a text and speech processing also that can be done under the umbrella of NLP. Then there's automated planning and optimizations technique. We can explore different nature-based optimizations algorithm, that is particle swarm, genetic algorithm, evolutionary algorithm. I mean, there are different components of this AI that we can use it. And one of the important things is called is your agent. So before, I would rather say, before handling this, applying this any AI techniques, we need to first formulate the AI problems. If your formulation is correct, then whatever algorithms that you are going to use, so it will be useful for you. So now this is a very simple example to understand a learning system. Suppose if you would like to develop a one student tutor system, and so that is a learning system. Okay, and how the learning ability can be done. Now if you can see, that is a how it is a learning system for pronunciation of the learning of a child from his mother. Okay, so actually how it is working. So as you can see that, so this hearing system of the child, okay, it receives the pronunciation of a mother. Okay, and this voice system of the child, it imitates the pronunciations. Okay, so now if there is some error, now you can see, so now if there is some error is there, I mean this I mean hearing system of the child and this from the voice system of the child. Okay, so if there is some error, now this error is going to propagate through the auditory nerve to the learning system of the child, because this error has to be minimized. Because unless or until this error is going to be minimized, then this child is not going to properly utter this pronunciation of a letter A. Suppose mother, when our mother teaches us how to pronounce A, then this is a hearing system of the child receives the A. Now the child is like to do the pronunciation, but in the first time the pronunciation was not be correct, then there should be some error. Now this error is going to propagate through our auditory nerve, and it goes to the learning system of the child. Now what the learning system of the child, this is called the brain. Now the learning system of the child will generate an actuation signal, that is called the actuation, and this actuation signal will going through the motor nerve, so that it will help to adjust the tongue positions in such a way so that this voice system will accept this correct pronunciation which our mother uttered. Now if this process is continuing, unless there is a very insignificant error is arriving, so that is the learning system of this this is a pronunciation learning of a child from his mother. So we are going to use the same thing, okay, for our machine learning and these deep learning portions, and to follow these things we are trying to make this error and trying to minimize this error, okay. So and here there is a tongue position adjustment of a child. Here we are tuning this parameter. So if you just tuning this parameter, then error is going to minimize accordingly. So this is a very good way of understanding a learning system. So we would have there is a different areas of AI that people can think of it. One I already explained. One is called that is a knowledge representation, is a big area of research. There's understanding of NLP. So there's a learning, there's a machine learning, reinforcement learning, deep learning. There's a very good area of research. There's a planning and problem solving. So now people are using some automated problem solving approaches. Suppose if you would like to develop that is a mathematical problem solver, okay, suppose some equation solver. Now you can see in the Google and other thing, if you just develop download this tool and providing these equations, suppose differential equations. Okay, this is a first order differential equation, second order, and in the higher order, it will automatically give you to the solution. So this you need to provide that in order to develop this type of tool, you need to have some planning. Okay, so planning is a very important part of developing an any AI-based system. So you need to first plan. So there are a lot of planning algorithms there. So the searching and planning are a very important part of the AI. So there are a lot of searching algorithms are available, okay, and there is a lot of planning algorithms are available. Unless or until your planning algorithm, your plan is not appropriate, then you will not get optimal solutions. Okay, so in the AIs, in the real-time AI, this algorithm that we are going to use, so it is very difficult to get an optimal solution. So we are satisfying with having a suboptimal solutions. Okay. So now there's another part is called the inference. So inference means having said that from a current, facts, or you are applying the kind of particular rule, then you are going to deduce a new facts. So that is called the inference. So there is a lot of inference engines are available. Whenever you're going to make an expert system, suppose you're going to make diagnostic system. That is if the doctors are not available, then the patient is arriving to a hospital, then this patient will going to interact with this AI-based tool or this AI-based healthcare management system or AI-based diagnostic tool. So at that time you have written this many rules. So at that time you need to take a decision. So given the two facts, from the two facts you are going to deduce a new facts. There is another is called the searching. So there are a lot of searching algorithms. Mostly in the AI-based search algorithm is divided into two parts. One is called the uninformed search, another is called the informed search. In the uninformed search, so there is no domain specific information is given. You are going to have the blind search. You are blindly doing this searching so that you can get a solution. And there's an informed search, means there's a good heuristic or domain specific information is given. So there are a lot of algorithms are available, modern algorithms for searching. Vision means computer vision, I already explained. So these are these agent, as I already told you, if you are going to make any intelligent tutor system, intelligent tutoring system for the education and technology, So you need to develop an agent. Okay, that is called the intelligent agent. So actually, I'm not going to give it to this. I'm just trying to give it to the basic idea about for developing any student tutoring system. Okay, like this learning system, all sort of things. How we are going to develop. So this intelligent agent is very important part. So how the agent works, as you can see. So there is a three important parts. Is there? One is called the sensing part. Another is called your actuation part. Okay, another is called your planning part. Now in the sensing part, what you can see, the agent perceives its environment through these sensory informations. Okay, and it will act on the environment through these actuators. So suppose human being is an agent. So what is our sensors? We are having total 5 sensors. So through the sensors, you are perceiving your environment, okay, and you are going to have these percept sequences. So whatever perceptions so that you have been perceived from the environment, that is called the percept sequences. Now for each percept sequences, there will be some corresponding mapping. Okay, percept sequence to corresponding action. As you can see in the figure, there's a percept is going over here and they are going to have some action. So each percept sequence, there will be mapping. So if you have the n number of percept sequence, now there will be some corresponding mapping. Who is going to take the mapping? So you need to write a program. So in this box, rectangular box in the agent, so there is an exclamation mark is there. You need to write a computer program or agent program. You need to write a rules. Okay, so if I'm going to make this type of sensors, and if this sensor ranges from this to this, I need to go this type of action. So this way you have to write a set of rules. So that's why you need to write a agent program that is to play around with the agent. So in the agent program is nothing but it is a transformation function from percept sequence to its corresponding action. Suppose if you just take a robot is an intelligent agent. So it is also agent and it has got camera. You can say sensors can be act as a camera, and motors. So there are a lot of motors like servo motor, DC motor. You can have the differential wheels and stepper motor. All these motor can be used to produce these motions. Okay, so motors are it is nothing but we can treat it is an actuators, and this actuator will generate this motion. Okay, so this way that you can think of it. Now if I'm going to take an example of the vacuum cleaner, that all of you have seen this vacuum cleaner in our home or any railway stations or airport, how the vacuum cleaner is work. As you can see from the figure, there are 2 rooms are there, and A and B, and 1 automatic vacuum cleaner are there, and these are the darts. If also this vacuum cleaner will play around and it will just use. So what are the actions that this vacuum cleaner is going to have? Move left, move right, suck. So whenever it sees the dart, it is going to suck. If there is no dart, it will not do any operation. So you can have some time sequences and just give that. Yes, so this robot will stay in this room for a 10 second. If that time there is no dart is available, then it goes to the next room. In the next room also you can make a timer that it will just stay in this room for the 20 seconds, and during the 20 seconds, if somebody is willing, if somebody is pouring the dart inside the room, so it is going to take a decision, it is going to take action. So based on the perceptions, okay, so what are the perception, clean or dart? So there is a perception and where it is in, what is the position of this vacuum cleaner, and the actions move left, move right, suck and do another thing. So these are the things so that you can do. Now any AI problem, the basic AI problem can be formulated by using 4 tuples. So that you used to have. One is called capital S, that is a set of finite states. You may not have an infinite state, you have a finite state, set of finite state. Small s is a start state because you need to start from a particular locations. That is called the start state. O is a set of state transition operator, because we have seen in the automata that if you are in a particular state and one state on seeing the current input symbol, it goes to the other states. That we have already seen in the finite state machine. So similarly, here itself, O is called the state transition operator. Okay, and this state transition operator is varying based on the problem under consideration. I'll also show you that what are the different problems. Based on the varying of the different problem statement. So we can pick up the different state transition operator. And G is a set of goals. You may have one goal state, you may have more than one goal state. What is your objective? Your objective is to find this sequence of state transitions, okay, which will help you to reach to the goal state from the start state after applying different state transition operators. Okay. Now, these are the tremendous contribution of this AI problem solving approach. Actually, these things that I am explaining to you, this is a problem solving by search. So first you need to formulate this problem. Once your problem formulation is correct, then you can apply this searching algorithm to find these solutions. Okay, suppose if you're solving a traveling salesperson problem, that you can start from a one city and you have to reach to the another city, that how these things can be done, which path that you need to follow. So these are the conventional AI problems so that we used to solve. Suppose there is a missionary and cannibals problem. I think all of you have heard this game that we used to play in this childhood. That is how this play through the computer, and the game is like that. Now, if I ask you to solve these AI problems, so there are 3 cannibals and 3 missionaries are there on the one side of the river. Now you need to transport all the missionaries and all the cannibals on the other side of the river. But the condition is that at any point of time, if number of missionaries is lesser than this number of cannibals, then the cannibals is going to eat the missionary. So there will be end of the game. Now how are you going to transport it? And there's another condition: the boat is going to transport from one side of the river to the another side. It will carry 1 missionary, 0 cannibal, 0 missionary, 1 cannibal, 1 missionary, 1 cannibal, 1 cannibal, 1 missionary, 2 missionaries, 0 cannibals, and 2 missionaries, 2 cannibals, 0 missionary. So these are the different state transition operator. Now your start state. Now if I'm going to formulate this problem, how are you going to formulate? Your start state should be one side of this location of the river, and what is the goal position? Goal position will be from the other side of the river. So your start position is formulated, goal position is formulated, and you may also unfolding the states. Now in the AI, so capital S, it is a set of finite states. Now in the finite state is not given to you. Okay, so now these states you need to unfold it. How are you going to unfolding the net state from the current state? You apply the operator, you apply the state transition operator on the current state, then you keep unfolding the states from the current state. This is called the successor state. So this way you can formulate this problem. Similarly for the 8 queens problem, so suppose in the 8 queens problem, it's like that. Suppose you need to place the queens, or you can say the 4 queens problem or n queens problem. You can just place the queens in such a way so that no queens will attack each other. So I cannot place the queens horizontally, I cannot place the queen vertically, I cannot place the queen diagonally. So now how are we going to make this formulation? So one formulation I would say, I can put the queens randomly. I can put 8 queens randomly on the chessboard. Now I'll pick up the first 2 queens. I will check means whether they are going to attack each other or not. If they are going to attack with each other, then I'll just adjust this queen. So there is a one formulation. Another formulation, I can put first queen in the first column, and I am going to put second queen in the second column. Okay, in that corresponding row, so that it does not attack with the first queen. I am going to put the third queen in the third column, provided the third queen is not going to attack with the first queen and second queen. So this way that you can formulate this problem. Similarly, for this 8 puzzles problem that we have already seen in our childhood, that we are having a 3x3 plate, and then we can just shuffling these numbers. Okay, and that we can reach to some other configuration of the numbers. Suppose here this is the initial state and this is a goal state. Now how are you going to solve the 8 puzzles problem? So this is the AI, means AI. Which algorithm that you would like to apply? What is the size of your state space? Okay, if your state space is very large, so it is very difficult to get the solutions. Okay, now we need to develop the search space in such a way so that you can find the solution. Okay, so how we are going to find these solutions? This is the initial state, this is the goal state. Now if I am going to ask you how many state transition operator you are going to have, so I'm going to have the blank tiles. So I can shift the blank tiles left, shift right, shift up, and shift down. So total 4 operators, so that I'm going to have. Using these 4 operators, okay, I can have the different other configuration. So for having said that, you have to start from an initial state, applying the state transition operator, then you are going to design the search tree. Okay, and you are going to then whenever your tree has been designed, then you can apply the breadth first search algorithm, you can apply the depth first search algorithm, you can apply this iterative deepening algorithm, you can apply, there's a bidirectional search algorithm. Okay, so this algorithm that you can apply to find a particular solutions of these things. Okay, so now this was about this very fundamental concept of this AI. Now in the AI expert system, whenever you are going to develop a AI expert system, so actually we are developing this educational system in your AI based education system when we would like to have. So this is actually an AI expert system. So in the expert system, we are going to have 4 players. First player is called your domain expert, because unless or until, so you need to have the domain expert knowledge. So without his knowledge, you are not going to develop any expert system, because ultimately this output that you are getting from your expert system, that needs to be validated. Who is going to validate it? You need to have a ground truth. Now here ground truth is called your domain expert. Okay, so that is, next we have the knowledge engineer. Then we have to write a one, you have the program. So program, there is a connectivity from the knowledge engineer and the program, and in this knowledge engineer you are going to store all the database, or we can say the rule based, all the rules will be written, and you have a fact base. Okay, now in the rule based there is a 2 part, one is called the antecedent part and is called the consequent part. Now the left hand side of the rule will be matched to the fact base. If it is matching, then this rule will be fired. If the rule is fired, then the consequent part will be derived, and it will any put back into this knowledge base. So this way that we would like to, I mean, improving this knowledge. Oh, okay, so that we are going to have a robust expert system. So this is an example, so that I already explained. There is you have inference engine. Inference, from the inference engine, you are going to derive a new rules based on the existing fact. So you have the knowledge base and the fact base, or you can see the database. In the rule, in the first left hand side part will be matched with the fact base. If it is matching, then you are going to deduce a right hand side and put it back in the fact base. So this way that you can just do it. So now people are going to use psychological concept that the current research is going on, that is a understanding this theory of mind for an educational system. So we are people are going to do this kind of research. Okay, there's this very important part for theory of mind of AI. How a AI system is trying to understand this is a person's students' ability to learn. So that is called the pedagogical things, or you can say through the flipped learning ability also, that we can think of it. There's a very important concept of the flipped learning through the and cognitive award flipped learning concept is being incorporated to understand the learning ability of the weak student. Okay, so you can show different type of videos of the calculations of, suppose I am teaching a subject of mathematics, there's a linear algebra, probability statistics. Now, so while I am teaching in the class, at that time my lectures has been recorded, and at that time there is a lot of students has been attending my class. Okay, so now there is a chances this my lectures may be understood by the 50% of the student and may not be understood by 50% of the student. So how the 50% of the student is going to learn? So what they can do, so they can see the video, this is a maximum number of times, or what else we can do, we can just we can just wear the EEG headset of this persons, and at that time we can just collect these cognitive informations of the person, their ability to learn, how fast they are learning. Okay, so their memory attention ability that we need to capture. So if you can capture this memory attention ability of this student, then you can think of it. Yes, so it is for what reason this student is facing difficulty to learn this particular subject. That is called the concept of the theory of mind. We can have these. There are two ways of analyzing it, and it is very important part for developing a effective AI-based system. Okay, to understand the weak students' ability to study a particular subject. Okay, that is called the theory of mind of AI. This is a we can capture through these facial expressions, through the tone of voice. If the person is frustrated, if the student is frustrated, if the student is having some fear, so their tone of voice will be different, and they are different behavior pattern. Their gestures. So there are different modalities. We can have the multi-modalities to capture the theory of mind while teaching a student. Okay, any undergrad students or the college students. Okay, for a particular topic or particular subject. So we can recognize their ability, and then we can connect their learning abilities by the concept of the AI algorithms. Okay, so that is first. Next, that why this AI algorithm is important. First of all, so there are two parts that is known to everyone. One is called the learning part, another is called the prediction part. In the learning part, that we need to train the data, then we need to have a lot of steps to be done. One is called the pre-processing, then we can have this is learning, then we have some error analysis. So once the model is trained, then we need to test by the unseen data. Now if this model is performing well, then we are thinking your model is giving this correct results for this particular data set. So this is this important AI algorithm, and there are 7 steps that we used to follow in any AI in this algorithm. First is you have to acquire the data, then you need to prepare the data, then you have to choose this model, then you need to train this model, then you have to evaluate. And at that time I was explaining to you the pronunciation of the alphabet of a learning, how a child is going to understand how a child is going to pronounce the alphabet A. So there is a learning ability. So here similarly, when the evaluation is done, if the evaluation after the evaluation, if you observe the model performance is not good, okay, then we need to do some kind of hyperparameter testing or tuning that is being done, and like this adjustment of the tongue position of the child, so that they can utter this alphabet as originally his or her mother uttered. So this is the different steps that we used to apply, and there are different AI models that we are using nowadays. That is we are using, that is a deep learning model, and there is a different variations of the deep learning, like in the as the question of the different variation of the CNN models. It will start from this your LeNet model, then we'll have that is a AlexNet model. We have this VGGNet model. We have there's a call is called the GoogleNet model. We have the DenseNet, that is a ResNet model. We have that is a DenseNet model. So there are different variations of the model like that. So, and all the models was developed. There's a in a particular computer vision workshop. All these development of the evaluations of all the models has been done from a particular computer vision workshop. So that's why we are using it, and we are using it for our particular problem solving, whatever problems, so that we are going to have. So we are using different variations of the CNN. Then there's a ResNet model, Inception V3, Faster RCNN. There's a GAN generative AI model, CapsuleNet. So all the things, there is a standard way of where we are using, and there's a different learning framework. So it is not only using educational technology. So we are also using in a many area of research. So that is this is a deep neural architecture. We have three hidden layers. Then you have a deep reinforcement learning. Then we have a convolution neural net. In the convolution neural net, people are using more effectively, because it has got a 2 parts. One is called is a feature generation, or you can say the you will have this feature map, and another is called, you will have this classification. So this way that we can have. And there is a federated learning, so it is mostly used in the cloud services, because this one model is being deployed in the cloud, and you are going to sharing all the parameters. The global model is being shared in the local in the local devices, so that you can have access for this parameter, and you can access for the multiple systems for the same model. So these are the federated learning, convolution neural network. Then you have the deep reinforcement learning, and this deep neural network. These are the standard way. Now this you need to understand the difference between generative AI and the traditional AI model, because in the recent days, whenever we are going to use this generative AI, it has got the advantage. What are the advantage? Because this generative AI model has the capacity to handle the data diversity. Okay, better than the traditional AI. So data diversity, this is a very important part. Another is called the data sparsity. So this generative AI model has the capacity to handle the data sparsity. So mostly we use it, and this generative AI model is better for personalization of user preferences. And there are lot of generative AI models are available. That is generative adversarial network, variational autoencoder, RNN, and these different transformer model. And it will have the different applications in drug discovery and video game designing, music generation. Also, even in the generative AI, this application in this your educational and technology also. So I already explained. Now this ChatGPT is one of the conversational AI technology. As you can see that there's this distribution of the ChatGPT is used across all the regions and the countries, and people are using as a research tool to do their task. And these are the different countries are using this ChatGPT, and it is a recent paper, so that I'm referring. That is in US, how much they are using. You can see 40.8% in this Asia, as compared to Europe. America, so is very less, and then Europe, then Middle East, and then this other countries there. So they are using it in this way. And these top 20 countries, they are using this ChatGPT from the July 2022 to February 2023. So they are maximizing this ChatGPT for research success. You see, this first country, that is called China. Okay, so they are using this maximum utilizations of this ChatGPT for their research success. Then accordingly, all the other countries are being there, more or less are same. But the China is using this highest uses of ChatGPT, and they are maximizing the uses in their research outcomes. So these are the different generative AI tools are available that you can find it. Okay, so for it can be used directly to do these certain tasks. So now there's what is the role actually of the education and technology. So this role of education and technology is there's a different for the different perspective that we can think of it. So one module is maybe connected to the other modules to have a direct connectivity or the interconnections. Like you can have the automated grading and assessment system. You can develop intelligent tutoring system. Then you have the curriculum planning accordingly you can do. Then you can have this learning analytic, and based on this learning, student learning, how the student is taking interest to learn this subject, then you can recommend this subject as well. You can just recommend this content also in this way that you can think of it. So now I have seen that there is a, according to the report of India in Brand Equity Foundation, so India had 41.39 million students are enrolled in the higher education in the year of 2020-2021. Now, the size of the online educational market is in India is expected to grow by US million is US dollar 2.28 billion during this 2021 to 2025. So these are the one statistics that I have seen, and this is a revolutionary things that these people are using this AI from K-12 education in India. This is a transformative journey. So that is called the kindergarten to class 12, and these are extremely have good potential in AI in education, and some particular promising area people are using to groom up these weak students also. And also I'll just tell you that we are having a real humanoid robot, and through the robot therapeutic interventions, you can, if a child is being taught by a tutor, and if the child is going to learn through the fun by the human robot introduction through a robot, then you see that their learning ability will be a little bit of that increased. Okay, so that is the thing. So that nowadays what people are trying to do the research, that this robotics is being incorporated, means robotics is playing an important role for this educational system. So that I'll show this one PPT, one slides where you would see how this can be done. So now these are the different role of AI, that is a personalized learning, intelligent tutoring systems. You can apply this concept of the AI. There's adaptive assessment you can do. How the assessment can be done, you need to take their exams, okay, and how the performance of the students in the class. So based on this, that you can take it, do the assessment, and based on the assessment you can give the results, and you can also give the feedback. Okay, so also you can develop a feedback system, so that the subject that you are teaching to the students, then the student can also give the feedback, and this is automatic feedback. You can store it, and so that respective students, faculty can see their class performance of a particular subject, and based on the overall feedback, the faculty also can change their style of teaching, or more content formation that can be done, all the sort of things. So that improvements can be done through this thing. So these are the different techniques, mainly in AI in education, that is a called redefinitions, there's a modifications, there's a 4 different parts: augmentation and the substitutions. So we are using it, and this redefinition means we have to teaching allows for the creation of new tasks that is previously is inconceivable. Okay, and also we can also do the teaching which allows the significant task redesign. We'll have to have the augmentation part. We have to teach acts as a direct tool that will substitute this functional improvement. Okay, so these are already available tools, and we can use it for do the certain tasks in this education. So now, what is the main role we are here to understand? That is, how the AI part will help us to to understand this education, the role of AI in education. The first role is personalizations with generative AI. So we can have a different tasks to be customized for each learner skill level. Now, what are the different foundation of AI techniques that we can use to do this first role? There is a concept of tokens. Okay, then is a concept of the transformer algorithms. There is a self-attention mechanisms are available and embedded. So these are the 4 AI technologies are used, that these tasks can be customized for each learner's skill level. So we can use it, this concept. So what is the second role? How to enhance this human-computer interaction, because you need to develop on these systems, and the systems will have the ability to interact with you. So through the voice interactions that you can take. So we can use the AI chatbot, which can improve the students' communication skill. Okay, so you can develop. So in order to have this AI chatbot, you need to incorporate these domain experts' knowledge, and there will be some ability to correct the students' communication skills. Some feedback mechanism has to be incorporated, so that the AI chatbot will have the ability to accept or to accept this feedback, and so that, and to accept the responses of the student. Then accordingly, this AI chatbot will recommend or will give some kind of recommendations. Yes, so you need to communicate within this way, so that your communication skill can improve. Third role is providing the feedback on the students' work. So this is the role of generative AI. Okay, and fourth role, that AI can increase the engagement of the students through prompt-based interaction with the generative AI. So how the students can be engaged, and at that time this how the interactions can be done. So immediately you can have the quick responses. So based on the quick responses, it will help us to understand this AI in education also. Now these are the generative AI algorithms are available, and you can use it because for improving this learner skill ability. One is self-attention mechanism. So there are these are the 5 algorithms. So I'm not going to discuss all the algorithms. So there is a scaled dot product attention model. There's a multi-head self-attention GAN, and there's axial attention, relative positional self-attention. So if you're going to use self-attention mechanisms, that is a part of the generative AI model. So you can use any one of these. You can check. Okay, embedding algorithm. There is a what-to vector. Okay, there is a global vectors, positional encoding, and there's a part embedding technique. And there are a lot of transformer are used. Now, if you see in this ChatGPT, whenever you are going to write text to speech, okay, or you are going to have this speech to speech or text to text. So there are lot of transformer are available. So we can use the BRT, that is a BART model, a GPT model, or large language model. And the BART is a recent one. There is a bidirectional encoder representation from the transformer. So we can think of it to using it, how this transformer will act and how the transformer can help to take a certain decision. So, but it has got a lot of challenges also. So we cannot claim that all the all the things can be done. There's generative AI will completely solve all the problems. So we cannot replace the human being. Okay, we cannot replace the human being at any cost. We cannot replace actually in these educational systems or any other things. Okay, so AI cannot provide this interaction with the teacher-led discussion to nurture the empathy, emotional intelligence. So that is a very, very challenging job. Suppose then we can find some good teacher or good what I would say, that is called tutors. Okay, where through the emotional process, these students learning ability will also be improved. So that is a lagging for a, so we cannot just impose that. We cannot instruct the robot that you can do the same task, because it is extremely difficult to impose the emotional intelligence in the robot. So that part we are just lagging. And these young learners which are still developing their metacognitive and cognitive ability, that is also a very important part. So we are not going to just replace the human. We cannot replace this human by robot. Okay, because there's a cognitive ability is very, very important part, because which may express, it will just help the students, okay, get rid of the frustrations or confusions, okay, when they are going to do some certain tasks. So these teachers play a vital role in providing emotional support and motivation to help the students and to overcome these challenges. So this is the very important. Also, although we can use these AI techniques, but we cannot replace anymore, that is a teachers, okay, at any cost. So these are the different recommendations for desired quality of the AI tools. Okay, that is there's a different way of understand or handling the educational systems. That is there's a students, and how the students and teachers is going to be communicated through the context aware or effective cross context. Okay, how the data is going to be preserved, how the data and privacy, data security can be maintained. So all this way that we can just think of it. So there are 4 dimensions of education, so that we would have in terms of the meta learning. One is called the knowledge. So knowledge means what you know and understand. Skills. Second one is skill. Skills is what we can do with what we know. Third one is character. Character is how we behave and engage in the world. Last one is called the meta learning, how we reflect and adapt. So this is a very, very important part. So an education can be defined in the four dimensions, and we would like to apply these AI techniques or the AI tools to deal with these 4 different dimensions. So this teaching and learning process that can be handled by the generative AI model. So as I already illustrated, so this you have to develop a pedagogical design, and you can facilitate the students to use the generative one based on the context aware approaches. You can recommend these weak students that you should learn this subject in a different way, and you can recommend, yeah, you should follow these video lectures, you can follow the text so that you can easily learn it. So you need to first understand, you need to do the different tests. There's a pre-test and post-test, contest awareing test, or pre-test and post-test is cognitive aware test that you can do. And at that time you can apply the different learning strategy, how a students, based on the feedback of the students, so you can take a decision, yes, my generative model is able to is help these students to improve their skills, or to improve their learning ability, and all other things. So this is a teaching learning process that can be done with the generative AI. So that is a role of generative AI in education. First one, there's a teaching contents. As I already told you, you need to follow some pedagogical tools. You have to have some interaction. That is a teaching paradigm, and also based on this feedback. So how a teacher is going to give the lecture series, or make these students understand in a easy way, okay, so that it can, if the teachers receive a very good feedback, it means that the maximum students, or this entire students, is going to understand the concept very well. Okay, if this concept is not going to be digested by the student, then there will be some different way to teaching it. So this generative AI model can help in this process. So now this is the last part, that is called how a robot, humanoid robot, which is having in my lab, this robot, people are using it for the different application. Now in the recent trends, that people are using this humanoid robot as a teaching aid, or you would say there's a devices for interacting with this child, so that their learning ability will be improved. So this is called this now robot, and this is very it looks like a human being, and it is a humanoid robot. It has got sensing, because every robot will have the three important parts. Actually it is an intelligent agent, that you would say. There's an intelligent robotic agent, because it has got sensing part, it has got planning part, it has got this actuation part. Okay, so you need to write a program in such a way so that this robot is going to take a particular decision based on the responses this robot is going to receive from a child, or from the children or the student. So I'm just keeping this part. So these are the teaching learning part with AI that you can say. So there is a robotic interaction. So robot V6.0, and this is a very recent work that people are using. One is called the pedagogical design, where the teacher has been done. Then this now V6, that is it has got its own software, own development framework, and it can communicate with the child. Based on the communication with the child, then it will give the responses. So based on the responses, the pedagogical structures is going to be changed. Okay, because if the interaction is good, and the introductions can be done through the child and the robot, through the microphone, there is a camera, there is a tactile sensor, body movement, in a different way. The way that one real teacher is like to interact with the student in the class. So this way that you can do, so that you can use this robot. So the robotic intervention, these educational systems, this educational technology can be developed by using this different AI-based technique. So this is a very important area of research, and this AI-based education that using in the university. There's job competency of a professor, there's a teaching skills. You need to have expertise in the field. Then class structure and skill, learning, assessment skill, and communications. All the things very important. Now, what is the role of the AI assistant? It helps for a human person to perform the class and this learning the assessment. We can use, that is an example is called the quiz bot, for the developed by the Stanford University. From this Arizona State University, so they have also developed another AI assistant. From the University of California, Berkeley, they are using another and there's a live cat is also there. So that AI assistance is already available. Now there's a different AI tutors are there. There's a deep tutor, auto tutor. You can find in the net also. It helps for a human professor to teach in the class. How to teach in this class? It helps this AI tutor. And there's another is called the AI advisors. So which comes under the AI professors. So AI advisor, there is some Georgia State University is a founds. So they have developed. It helps for a human professor to communicate with the student. So these are the different AI companions. So using these AI companions, you can like the AI assistant, AI tutor, and the AI advisor. So we could take a decisions that how it is effectively. Effectively play an important role in this AI education. So there's a application of AI in the digital technology in art education also. So they are using there is a GAN model. So before using this GAN model, so they are taking this data from the different camera, touchscreen, heart rate, and they are using an IoT platform for storing the data, then processing the data and analysis the data, and this student data can passing through this GAN module so that it will have a user interface, and you can have a interactive sessions to how to draw a digital technology can be used for this application, for this educational technology. So this is another part, very important part people are using is called the explainable AI, and it has got a huge application in education. I just wanted to say, so that is, suppose you have developed a one model, okay? Nowadays people are trying to find this, what is the trustworthy of this AI model. So in order to have this trustworthy, and then we are going to use some explainable AI techniques. So there are a lot of explainable AI techniques are available to check this trustworthy of your model. So if you can prove that yes, your model is giving this, how the trust, so there are different measures of evaluating the different trust. So if this trust is being used, then we can confirm, yes, your model is going to use different stakeholders. So stakeholders may be a domain expert, stakeholder may be a data scientist, and stakeholder maybe these managers and all other things. This is the explainable AI technique, so that are using, and this how it can be done. So it is there. So this is the different categories of AI, that is called the responsible AI, and this we have the adaptive AI. We have actually this is a different variations of this AI, but fundamental things of the AI is the same, that we need to understand first what are the structures of AI, what are the different components of AI, okay, how the AI algorithm can be written, okay, and which algorithm can be used for my specific applications, and this way that you can think of it. So the responsible AI that is also having good impact in this educational technology also, for monitoring and feedback, for model validations, for in the model validation and the testings, and that we can use the explainable AI concept also for the model development, and this is a data governance and so on. We can use it in this way. So these are the very good way of understanding these different categories of AI. So now these children's, as you can see, that these pedagogical explorations and technological development of a humanoid robot, okay, through this human robot interaction, that the children were holding the robot hands and showing the cards to the robot. So through this way, this pedagogical exploration and the technological development that can be used using the humanoid robotic system for teaching to and learning in these young children. So this way, this is the recent days of this invention that are doing through this robotic system, how their skills, their cognitive skill, or their learning skills can be improved. So that this is a research, this type of research is going on nowadays. So this is the future that we can think of it. That is we can just ask. There is a this idea of AI. It's being whether idea of AI is being replaced by the artificial life or anything that can be formed, or this is a carbon-based life forms will be terminated in this way. So this we can also have a consciousness among the scientists that is actually requirement for life is that it has an embodiment in some physical form, but this will change. So this program may not fit this requirement for this life. So we cannot always depend on this in this way. So thank you so much for your kind attentions. If you have any questions, so please feel free to ask me.
Participants, if you have any questions, please unmute your thing and go with.
Participants, feel free to ask queries to the eminent person from NIT Roorkela.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Sir, you have explained about intelligent agent. So my question is, who makes the inferences? Is the intelligent agent makes the inferences? Second thing is, can we show the efficiency level while making the inferences by algorithm wise?
Yes, so actually these inferences, so that can be actually it is on this intelligent agent itself. So suppose you are going to make a intelligent agent, so now you need to write a set of rules, okay, for this intelligent agent, so that the intelligent agent will take a decision automatically, so based on the facts that is going to receive from the environment. And second, your second answer is that yes, because if you are going to changing these algorithms, so obviously you need to change this set of rules also. And it will so happen whenever you are going to deduce a new rules, and that every time these rules is going to be changed based on that what facts are available. If the fact is not available in the database, you are not going to use that particular rule, isn't it? So based on the things, so you need to do these corrections.
Based on the rules only, we can show the efficiency level.
Correct. So based on the rules and how this agent is going to take the decisions to reach the goal. Okay, if it takes longer time to reach the goal, so obviously, so this algorithm will not be enough. Okay, so it based on that, if you have the minimum number, using the minimum number of rules, if you are going to reach the decision, reach the goal, so obviously, so this algorithm is very faster to give the result. And if you are going to exploit this these many rules, but you are not going to get the optimal solution, then obviously, so you are not going to use that algorithm.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Participants, any queries? So there is a question in the chat box, sir.
Yeah, yes, I'll just check it. How it is oh yes, actually obviously that in this agricultural field, so if you are using some IoT based technique, okay, in this agricultural field to health monitoring of the crops, so this is a very wonderful area of research. So at that time you can use this generative AI model, because you can get the data from different sensors, and if once the model is deployed or once the model is trained, so you will be in a position to take a decision. And if the data is not available during the testing, so then at that time also your generative AI model will be useful for this. So this has will be a very special role in the agricultural development also, certainly.
Thank you, bro, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me a clearance about my doubt. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, can we use this generative AI? Actually, I'm not the expert here in this network domain, so I should skip this question. But yes, obviously, people are using these network different attacks are going on in a cyber security field. But yes, you please you can check it. Okay, but I cannot tell the correct answer because as I am not expert in this field.
Any more queries?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Anup sir, thank you for your wonderful explanation.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, madam.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, madam, I am just leaving. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sudha ma'am, we can close the session now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Participants, I have posted the attendance cum feedback link for the day 1, session 1 and session 2 both together. So you can fill up only this form so that will be calculated for the attendance purpose. So thank you all participants for the patient listening, and hope that was a very great day today. And we'll all meet with the next session that is tomorrow for the day 2 with session 1 and session 2 with another eminent personalities. And do you have any queries from ours to be given or to be taken up? There is no issues, right, from our side, both streaming as well as actually that first resource person, Dr. Karthikeyan sir, he was held up in a village. That is why there was a small slack in the technical connection, but otherwise it is okay.
Ma'am, has raised hand. Any issue, sir, ma'am? What did you have?
First session, yes, ma'am. First session we can definitely have, ma'am. First session recorded video that we'll give it once you have all submitted your day 5 feedback link. Okay, and the rest also we'll do it as per the consent from the resource person. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Gautami ma'am, is there any issue from your side, or do you want to? Okay, she has left. Okay, shall we close, ma'am? HOD ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Close it. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shall I stop the recording, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. You can stop it, ma'am.
Actually, HOD ma'am has left.